peacemaker under any circumstance. Good or bad, this guy is there for the game. And he took that team on his back. You saw that they were decimated in the last 10 days. You got injuries. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Well, not only did he have to, but he did it his way. And I think we have to condition our minds to say it's not going to look like what Brady looked like, maybe what some of the old time, what Montana looked like. It's going to look different. That's why we want you to talk to him, because you may be the closest thing to what some of these new quarterbacks with the dual threat are doing. So you can be a role model to the Kyler Murrays, the Lamar Jacksons, the quarterbacks that play, that have to turn their legs off to allow their arm to flourish.
I would say that they have to develop that sophisticated passing tech ability, and then they can be, honestly, that's a take out of the game.
You're going to have to give Lamar Jackson a pass. That's a rare talent we've seen. Hey, no disrespect to Michael Vick, that young man is making happen. Lamar Jackson, forget what Steve said. Keep doing your thing, young man.
Many people focus on what he can't do.
Yes.
He can do it at all, but he has to have the training to do it all. That's all. He can do it all.
You're all right.
You're a son for him. You've touched him on.
Come on, man. All right, let's do this. You labored it enough. All right. Minnesota versus Colorado. This is a game at Folsom Field. Drew Carter's quarterback runs to his left, escapes the pocket, gets slightly pushed, and then, oh, wow, runs out of bounds. Let's go.
I hope it's coming down, Colorado.
I don't know. Look at this. This is not the Lambeau League. This is a Folsom.
Is he okay?
Oh, okay. The Folsom Club. Come on, man.
Miami, down in the U, and know the U is not back. Peyton Thorne throws it to Trey Mosley. Looks like he's going to be tackled, but Thurman Hall Jr. decides to go for the blocker instead of making the tackle. Are you kidding me? As a defender, we've got to get our name in the paper. We have to make tackles. This is one reason why the U is not back, because instead of the U wanting to make tackles, they want to go get boxed. Hey, come on, Hall Jr. Come on, man.
Dude, that's the... Oh, come on, man.
Are you kidding me? Go make the tackle. Come on, man.
All right, Minnesota, Arizona. What do you think? Any Vikings trying to come over the field. We're going. Kirk Cousins finds KJ Osborne for the first down. Let's go to the Vikings. Great play-by-play man, Paul Allen.
Nice now. Quick down. Joseph, come on. It is good. No, he's not good. Were you happy he missed it right? He missed it right. Oh, good.
It is good. It is good. Paul Allen, you're an exceptional radio guy, but that kick was no good.
Come on, PA. Let's play Giants versus the football team. Daniel Jones aired it out for Darius Slayton. And the good now, Darius Slayton. Come on, for all the great things you've been doing, let's take a flashback. You remember this play right here, Danny, down in the open field? And just the grass got him. Man, let's spin it back to yesterday, man. Darius Slayton, man, y'all barely lost. Did you sit there telling me, I don't know if this has been made something better for you guys, but Darius Slayton, the team and the organization needs you to make them plays. I've seen it before. Slayton, come on, man. Not too many times. I believe like that. Once it touched my hands, they got to be caught.
Time for game fix.
I'm going to go Packers 35-24. I think Aaron Rodgers is the MVP, reigning MVP, plays like it tonight.
I got my green on tonight.
I just look like the Green Bay Packers. My mascot.
Great cash, homie. 28-13 Green Bay Packers led by Aaron Rodgers. Talk to him, Bug.
I'm going 35 seconds, 17. RELAX. Relax.
Yeah, nobody's picking the Lions.
Except you.
Nobody's picking the Lions.
Okay, I love it.
Packers got a wake-up call. They know they weren't physical enough. They know they can't.
One more time, Adam.
You need Wisconsin cheese to top a Little Caesars deep dish pizza, right? That is correct. Tonight, whoever wins between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers will receive one of those, courtesy of Danhausen. Tonight, we got some Monday Night Football housing and Monday Night Raw housing. Thank you for tuning in and watching my live watch long reactions live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohan Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Hit that thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL, hashtag WWE. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers. Always greatly appreciated. Tonight, On Monday Night Football to wrap up Week 2, we have the 0-1 Detroit Lions facing off against the 0-1 Green Bay Packers from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, as Detroit lost at home last week to the 49ers, who the Packers play at next Sunday night. Green Bay, of course, coming off of a 38-3 shellacking of the Saints last Sunday in Jacksonville because of Hurricane Ida recently. Home opener for the Packers, though, this evening. Expect a Packer win on top of it as well. We'll have Steve Levy along with Brian Greasy and Louis Riddick on the call for ESPN with Lisa Salters on the field. However, Peyton Manning and Eli Manning giving their insight with 4 special guests this evening as well. So live side-by-side of Monday Night Football with both respectable games on in that aspect, in that regard, for the normal broadcast, and also now here in 2021 with what ESPN is doing with the Manning brothers, along with WWE Monday Night Raw, beginning with tonight's go-home episode of Raw before Extreme Rules this upcoming Sunday. I have live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube of that respectable pay-per-view this upcoming Sunday night, so be sure to tune back in live right here on YouTube. Kickoff Raw, though, we have a recap from last week's main event, in which we saw Randy Orton challenge Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. Lashley, of course, retaining, but then Big E, after teasing all day that he'd be cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase that he won about 2 months ago now, becoming this year's men's Money in the Bank winner. Big E did in fact cash in, and in the meantime, to close out Raw last week, successfully won the WWE Championship in his cash-in, defeating Bobby Lashley to become the new WWE Champion. So Big E's WWE Championship celebration will in fact kick off Raw. We also have a 6-man tag team match with the New Day, with Big E now on Raw. Draft approaching as well in the WWE a week from Friday and 2 weeks from tonight, respectively, on SmackDown and Raw. However, with, of course, as WWE seems to just be worried about the goddamn ratings, we'll have the New Day in a 6-man tag main event match, unless they're going to have it right after the championship celebration, as this video package still continues highlighting his championship win from last week to close out the show. It'll be the New Day with Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods taking on the Bloodline in the Big Dog Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world, who we should all acknowledge, Roman Reigns, and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions and the Usos. So we'll have that on Raw, along with a Women's Tag Team Championship bout, a singles match with Sheamus and Jeff Hardy as well, before Sheamus challenges Damian Priest in a rematch for his U.S. title on Sunday at Extreme Rules. And then also Charlotte will visit Alexa Bliss's playground with her new Charlotte doll that, of course, she was gifted last week on Raw. Lily will also be in attendance, but that's all they have penciled in. That's all they have advertised right now for Raw this evening. They do show us a graphic tonight on Raw. It will be the main event match, 6-man tag team with the New Day and the Bloodline. So we have the WWE Champion Big E and the Universal Champion Roman Reigns at the forefront, leading the pack. So championship celebration will kick off Raw. However, tonight, as mentioned, Monday Night Football as well. So we'll see how it goes. Both teams started very slow last week, and then at least Detroit at home almost came back and defeated San Fran, who also won again yesterday as well. So they're going to be 2-0 next Sunday night when Green Bay rolls in. But like I said, you would think the Packers are going to end up picking up this win, just especially the way they played last year, or last week, I should say, excuse me. They played excellent last year. Hell, they've gone to 2 straight NFC Championship games. Just haven't gone over the hump to get back to the Super Bowl. And with everything that's going on this past offseason with Aaron Rodgers, is he going to be here or is he going to be somewhere else? You know, whether that's on a different team, retirement, hosting Jeopardy, who the hell knows? Maybe on an island in Hawaii, but Big E with the New Day now making their way to the ring with Jimmy Smith, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton on the call for the Raw commentary team. They are in the hills of North Carolina for Raw this evening. They'll have Extreme Rules this upcoming Sunday with, right now, no Extreme Rules matches, which is a bit of a surprise, but the way the WWE's been as of late, not much whatsoever at all. Not really, but we'll see if they add anything to the card tonight or say this Friday night on SmackDown. I'm sure they'll be promoting it out the ass, as we'll have Extreme Rules, and then of course Blood Money, Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel, mid-October, Survivor Series, and then whatever the pay-per-view is going to be in December before the New Year rolls around with the new WWE Day 1 pay-per-view on January 1st, 2022. So, yeah, I'll digress. WWE, Monday Night Raw, hashtag WWE Raw when you share it on social media. We'll see what they have in store for us tonight. I feel like it's just going to be an average episode, honestly. I mean, even with a big 6-man tag, you know, cross-promoting brand to brand with Raw and SmackDown, of course, bringing Reigns and the Usos over the Bloodline and having them wrestle on Raw. The rest of the roster, from SmackDown at least, is overseas right now, putting on some live events for the fans across the pond. But yeah, the 4 advertised segments, including the matches I named off, especially after the week they had last week. It was a pretty good Raw last week, and coming off of cash in again, Big E becoming WWE champion, and then plus it's a go home. You know, I mean, is Big E gonna have to defend his WWE championship on Sunday as well in a rematch for Bobby Lashley? Just, you know, not even 2 weeks after he beat him last week on Raw? I don't know. We'll see. But crowd seems hot. I mean, it's still early. First time they've probably been back home with the Hurricanes in quite a while. But yeah, I'm sure they're happy in that state, though. The Panthers are 2-0. Big win yesterday over the Saints, who the Packers lost to last week. And of course they bring up, you know, relax, that Rodgers stated back in 2014 when they, you know, of course, were in a little bit of a slump. And then after he said it, RELAX, you know, relax, we'll be all right, we'll be fine. They went the whole way to the NFC Championship game that year as well, before losing in overtime to the Seattle Seahawks, before the Seahawks did not give the ball to Marshawn Lynch at the 1-yard line and lost the Super Bowl to the New England Patriots that year. So it's only week 2. You know, it's one game last week. And the way the Saints played yesterday, the loss by Green Bay to New Orleans last week, now it doesn't really look that bad, especially if Green Bay can go out and, you know, put up some points tonight and, you know, beat Detroit, you know, pretty handily. Which I feel like they're, regardless, like I said, it should be a Packer win. They should win. Should come out on top. I don't know how, scoring-wise, it's going to go. If they're only going to win by a few, as we've had a lot of close games so far this year, especially in prime time. I mean, hell, last Monday night, kick off the year, went to overtime, but, or, you know, maybe, as Rodgers likes to do, shut up all the critics and just blow out the Lions. But in the meantime, you know, we'll have to see what gives, because, hell, the game hasn't even, for one, kicked off yet. If of course, with the fans, Rodgers and the Packer offense get going. Everybody's hyped up to begin with first Packer home game with a sold out crowd in almost 2 years. But now here in the meantime, here comes our big dog, tribal chief, who sits at the head of the table, who we should all acknowledge, the current WWE Universal Champion. Roman Reigns in the bloodline with Usos and Paul Heyman by his side on Monday Night Raw for the first time in quite a while as well. He's been on SmackDown the past full year since he returned, and then a week later, of course, won the WWE Universal Championship. Hasn't lost it since. Not going to be losing the title anytime soon either, so hashtag WWE Raw, hashtag Big E, and now hashtag Roman Reigns while you're at it with the New Day. And I mean, you could say Jimmy and Jay are Rollins and Ambrose if you want to, but it's not the Shield. It's not 2010 to 2014. It's the bloodline. And we should all acknowledge Roman Reigns. But, yeah, with Green Bay, if regardless of the end, I feel like they're going to win, no doubt about it. They're a double-digit favorite at home. The Lions, in prime time, on Monday night, without Stafford for the first time in 20 years. So, I get, okay, Dan Campbell's at the helm now. He's been head coach before as an interim with the Dolphins, but then he's been an assistant elsewhere. First-year head coach now with the Detroit Lions. They traded Stafford in the offseason, and of course, straight up with Jared Goff arriving to the Motor City. He didn't look bad last week. They just gave up way too many points, and it was a little too late for them to get back into it, even though they did come back. Both teams, especially Green Bay on offense, because they looked like absolute shit last week, get a running game going, let Rodgers do what Rodgers does. Goff is used to playing not in cold weather necessarily. Of course, it's only September and it's nice out, but he's used to playing these Packers that still have Aaron Rodgers at the helm. So we'll see how Detroit does on the road. I know, a few games in this series as of late, it's come down to the wire as well. And, of course, Green Bay's had the upper hand because, it's either them or the Vikings as of late. You got to go back a good decade and a half. Last time the Bears were really relevant. And the Lions haven't been in the playoffs and won a playoff game in 30 years. So hopefully you're ready for some football. Hopefully you're ready for some pro wrestling as well with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning on the other side of both of these. It's the same Monday night game, but both of these broadcast. So we've got some Monday Night Football here, the normal broadcast, Raw in the middle, and then over here with Peyton and Eli. Didn't watch that last week, of course. Saw the highlights afterwards. Didn't really know what to expect going into it, but that's no doubt. You gotta watch that now every single week because you honestly have no idea what the hell is going to happen. And they got a few guests. I know Brett Favre and Pat McAfee are going to be joining in as we got Peyton and Eli gonna give their insight on some Monday Night Football, the Lions and Packers here exactly at 8. Well, it is 8:15. It was supposed to be 8:13. But now we're underway. Touchback on the opening kickoff. Lions get the football. So Jared Goff, the former Cal Bear, of course, both starting quarterbacks in this Monday night game, played Cal, former Golden Bear quarterbacks, both former first-round picks as well. Both have been to Super Bowls. Rodgers has one ring. Goff lost to Brady. who is now sorry for technical difficulty. I just noticed it went out with the buffer, the disconnect, and the reconnect. So I don't know how much, of course, was taken out. I don't know how much I said before it went out, but game just started. If you're not tuning in, I don't believe it was out for that long. So I'm normally good at trying to pay attention to make sure it's all working all fine and dandy. But it was a first and 10, of course. Give up the middle, maybe a yard or so on the gain, and then Goff pass complete near side. Now 3rd and 1. He's going to pump fake, and then has a man deep near side, and that's going to be caught by number 87 of the Detroit Lions, Quintez Cephas, for a big Lion first down to, as said, see if this Packer defense can start fast. And okay, they're on defense, and this 6-man tag's kicking off the show. Not going to be the main event. It's going to kick off the show. It's the New Day and the Bloodline right now on Monday Night Raw. # New Day versus Bloodline as well. Reigns ain't going to be into this match until the very end. This is how his 6-man tags go. But in Packer territory now, 1st and 10. Goff looking to throw. Simple dump off to his tight end and number 88, the former Hawkeye from Iowa City, and TJ Hawkinson, brought down by number 31, another big tenor, and Adrian Amos out of Penn State, former Chicago Bear himself. So now 2nd and short once again, or down and short to go. It's 3rd and short in the last one, but here we go. 2nd and short for Detroit, the 11-yard line. But just to, of course, get the crowd into it, whether they're going to be on offense, of course they're on defense. Fast start. Not really. They quieted the crowd, but now starting to get back into it here. But first down run up the middle, and that is number 30, the former Packer who just signed the Lions in free agency this past March, in Jamal Williams. Packers, of course, did replace Williams with Kylan Hill out of Mississippi State in the draft. So they still have 3 running backs with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon and now Hill. But DeAndre Swift comes in 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, out of the eye with Jason Kabinda at fullback. Hand off to Swift. And a yard, maybe 2 for him on that play. So yeah, we got the normal broadcast here, WWE on the middle, and then the Peyton Eli one over here. We will, for the 1st and 4th quarters, watch the normal broadcast, and then I'll flip it on both, and we'll put on Peyton and Eli in the 2nd and 3rd quarters on the main TV and see what they have to say, rather than, of course, just watching the highlights like it did after last week's game. 2nd and goal from the 5.5. Out of the gun. Goff looking to throw. And it's going to be caught. Touchdown. And was he in bounds? That's Cephas again. Looked like he did what Jalen Reagor did yesterday and sort of stepped out of bounds, but then came back in, which would have been an illegal touch. Now he's in. That's a touchdown. He just, was dancing around in the back of the end zone and got open near side, and Goff finds him for 6. So touchdown Detroit. They take an early 6-0, pending the extra point to make it 7-0 lead after almost 5-minute opening drive. And now we'll see Rodgers and the Pack on offense and see what they got cooking. Seems a little windy, that ball, even after it was up and good. It started trending to the left, so we'll have to keep that in mind, of course, for later on if the weather permits. With, of course, it's just a beautiful night for Monday Night Football, but especially in the kicking game. And then McAfee going to join Peyton and Eli at some point in time. See what he has to say for special teams with kickers and punters. But I doubt this game's going to come down to potential game winner or game tired force overtime. But like I said, we've had a lot of close games so far this year in the NFL. I get it's only week 2. And that's the thing. Last week was only one game. They got blown out. Rodgers had a few picks, and defense just couldn't stop Jameis and the Saints offense. Defense can't really, at least on that drive, they couldn't stop Goff and the line offense either. So, I mean, maybe the problem is on that side, and then they're trying to rely on Rodgers to do a little too much, and then it's just getting everybody, and they can't execute, they can't capitalize. But once again, it's still early, so like I said, hell, they haven't had football yet on offense, so we'll see what gives. But early 7-0 lead for the Lions at the Packers here on Monday Night Football. Commercial break on Raw during this opening 6-man tag team match with the New Day and the Bloodline. Big E and Roman Reigns. Thought it was going to be the main event. Must have something else planned for that spot a little bit later on, but coming back from commercial break now on MNF, he was wide open for like a few seconds, and then Goff ended up coming back to him near side and hit him for 6. So yeah, a little miscommunication with the Packer defense there. Somebody lost their assignment, and I don't know how the hell you can get that wide open and then just continue to stand there until the quarterback sees you, which I get, okay, a few seconds this early on, it's not going to matter a whole lot, but it's like if he's open, give him the football, throw him the damn ball. But now we'll have the first line kickoff. Packers back deep to receive. Touchback. It'll be 1st and 10. Go Pack go from the 25-yard line to begin tonight's ball game. So this is not Jeopardy. It's Monday Night Football. It's Aaron Rodgers at the helm at quarterback, and he's going to have Aaron Jones running back. They brought back Randall Cobb at receiver, of course. Big Bob Tunyon still at tight end, but also Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Devontae Adams out wide receiver as well. He's going to start under center. Trips to the top of your screen, left to right for the green and yellow. Hand off to Jones, and 3 yards for him to the 28. 2nd down. Like I said, especially the way Green Bay played last week on offense, and the way both teams started as slow as they did. Got to find a running game, get some momentum, rhythm build up, especially the few running backs both these teams have. Of course, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon for Green Bay, and then DeAndre Swift and the former Packer and Jamal Williams for Detroit. So toss near side to Jones, as Rodgers is going to get up there and try to block for him. And then Jones on 2nd and 7 gets about 6 for a 3rd and short here, under 10 to play in this opening quarter. Back from commercial break as well on Raw. Hashtag New Day versus Bloodline with Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods taking on Roman Reigns, Jimmy, and Jey Uso. We've got the WWE and Universal Champions in action. Reigns still has not been in the match, but like I said, this is normally how his 6-man tags go. Sure, go check out those full match videos from a few months ago from professional wrestling events I've attended. Jones on the give. He gets the 1st down. Ran about 10 for a yard, but that's all he needed, and he got a first down. Don't move the sticks. Yeah, Reigns doesn't come in until the very end, and then whether they end up winning or losing. Of course, if they're going to win, he might take the pin here, picking up the win for the Bloodline. I feel like this match though is going to end a no DQ. Some type of disqualification. Somebody's going to get involved, like, say, Bobby Lashley coming out because of Big E. Rogers over the middle. Slant complete to Devontae Adams. A few missed tackles. And Adams gets out of bounds. First down. Packers. And now we've got a face-to-face with Big E and Roman Reigns. You can see, read Big E's lips. I've been waiting for this for a long time. This will be our Survivor Series match for the most part, with the WWE and Universal Champions squaring off come November, right before Thanksgiving. But Crown Jewel, of course, along with Extreme Rules, this Sunday before then. It's Reigns and Balor, the Demon, Finn Balor returning the Universal title on Sunday, and then at Crown Jewel, they've already announced it's going to be Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. And Big E with Bobby Lashley, that feud will continue as it just started there last week with the cash-in. Reigns 1-2 kick out by Big E. Got our first penalty on the night with 8:03 to play. Hopefully these zebras don't affect it, but we got an illegal use of the hands to the face on the Lion defense. It's going to be an automatic first down. See if it was a good call or not. I guess, I don't know. You're going to have contact. Like, there's going to be pushing and shoving. It just, I don't know. I don't agree with that, I guess. I wouldn't throw the flag, but it is what it is. They threw it, and you move on. Toss near side. A.J. Dillon, the former Eagle from Chestnut Hill, playing his college ball at BC, picks up about 3 yards, second down and 7 again. Chunk plays. A few yards here, a few yards there on each run. You know, eventually you're just going to keep moving the ball downfield and pick up first down and first down and first down, hopefully, and just keep it simple. Just move the sticks. Of course, always settle for field goal, so be it, but you'd like to punch it in. And then you can rely on your defense to make stops, and then hopefully special teams will answer as well at some point in time. But now, second down from the 32, got a whistle, a late whistle actually. Rogers to the officials like, what the hell? So another penalty flag, we got a false start. And now, as thought, disqualification, here comes Bobby Lashley, spearing and taking out the New Day. Big E, Kofi, and Xavier Woods. Of course, Lashley's faced off against those two a few different times lately as well. Now he's going to start taking out the Bloodline. Reigns needs to put this son of a bitch in his place. Second down, following the penalty from the 37 now, second 15, trip stop your screen. Rogers with a pump fake, going to dump it off near side to his tight end, and Robert Tonyan. And Tonyan gets inside the 20, first down, Packers. Held back to block. And then a simple tight end screen. Near side as everybody was far side, so he had daylight in front of him and used it, of course, to the best of his ability and picked up about 20 yards inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. First and 10. Rogers under center. Handoff. And Aaron Jones for 9 to the 9. Second and 1.
just comes off a little bit sooner on that second level linebacker. That could have been a touchdown. He just loved the ball handling for Aaron Rodgers right there. And ends up only going 12 hard to the right. Couldn't get back quick enough.
2nd and 1 from the 9 as last year's MVP and the Packer offense trying to tie it up here at 7. Following a opening touchdown drive for the Lions to begin the game. Aaron Jones with a first down pickup again. 1st and goal for Green Bay.
Rodgers said he thought his team was flat in the locker room before they ever took the field. That's a place the home field advantage and the home crowd here can help out.
I go right back to him right here.
If he's feeling that energy, back-to-back nice runs, go right back to Aaron Jones. 10th play of the drive.
Detroit almost jumped. Tunyon in motion. Rodgers with the hard count. Doesn't get him to jump. Almost got a false start, but simple handoff to
That's unconventional for a quarterback to use the hard count down there inside the 5 because if you get him to jump, you're not going to gain any yards, right? The reason that Aaron Rodgers does that, he wants to get them to jump offside so he can take a free shot on the fade to the outside.
Rodgers making sure he has everybody in the huddle.
That's why he did that.
Make sure they got the right players for the right formation and the right play to be called for a 2nd goal to go from the 4. And then a toss to Jones, and Aaron Jones into the end zone. Bang the drums. Touchdown, Packers. Lambeau leap. No, they're going to hold off. It was a passing touchdown from Rodgers on the forward lateral to number 33, Aaron Jones, for a 4-yard touchdown. And I think I just saw a Paul Heyman lookalike in the crowd rooting for the Detroit Lions tonight. Lions strike first. Packers answer. Tie ball game again, 7 apiece, 3:45 to play in the opening quarter. Hell, we might have a back and forth Monday night game on our hands for all we know. But building blocks, just like on Home Improvement. You build it, they will come. We're not in Iowa. This isn't Field of Dreams, but we're just north in Green Bay in the NFC North for the Lions and Packers on Monday Night Football. So 7-7 as we near the end of the first quarter with the Detroit Lions and Green Bay Packers. Once more, thanks for tuning in and watching my live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohan Luke 96. We got some Monday Night Football with the normal, typical broadcast now, along with Peyton and Eli Manning on, along with WWE Monday Night Raw, as the 6-man tag team match that kicked off the show with the New Day and Bloodline came to an abrupt end following Bobby Lashley's interference. So we'll see if they play it out, as of course Lashley's a heel on Raw now, going to be going after Big E's WWE Championship with Extreme Rules on Sunday, along with if Reigns and the Bloodline are going to be on at any point in time, you know, in the show or not. Probably not, but hell, we might have a championship rematch with, instead of at Extreme Rules on Sunday, Big E defending his WWE title against Lashley tonight, and you know, he's pulling double duty. I have no idea, other than, like I said, the few segments they had announced. You know, of course, with the 6-man tag that we just witnessed with the New Day and Bloodline once more. We have a singles match with Sheamus and Jeff Hardy that Damian Priest are going to get involved in one or another, because the United States Championship match on Sunday, Extreme Rules, with Priest and Sheamus after NXT 2.0, with a commercial for that as well. If I'd want to watch this type of wrestling, I turn on either Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, or Cartoon Network, because last week, just god-awful. Just no. I will not be watching NXT at any point in time in the near future. No. It's like, why fix something that ain't broke. I don't care with recent history. They're too worried about what's going on elsewhere. They need to be worried about what the hell's going on with their own company first off. And then you go from there. I don't care if they are going to say, no, that's not the reason why. We just want to change it up. Well, we all know what, the main reason was. And still just no. Absolute trash. But talking about Priest, he was about to, officiate that wedding last week because, of course, you need a priest. Or just somebody who has their license to officiate as a ordained minister, but and of course Beth Phoenix ended up doing that, and now Bobby Lashley walking backstage on Raw, gonna talk with Postman Pierce and Sonya Deville. 1st and 10 lines from 25 over the middle, complete for 5. So 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for Detroit, but yeah, still have Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. We'll see if he comes out to Matt Hardy's entrance music tonight, just like his brother did to piss people off the other night as well. But all jokes aside, Priest can get involved in that, and then, like I said, other than the 2 women's segments they also have advertised tonight on Raw, there's nothing else. So, of course, yeah, we'll have our fillers. They'll add some stuff, but expecting just an average show, especially with the pay-per-view on Sunday and coming off last week with the championship win to close it out. But handoff up the gut, and Swift picks up a Swift first down for the Lion offense. Goff looking to throw far side, has a man that's caught by TJ Hawkinson again, his second catch of the night. Gets out of bounds, clock stops, 2:42 to play. Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6. Goff's looking good so far, he is. Thing is, okay, they traded Stafford. They traded Stafford to LA. Straight up for Goff, of course, draft picks were involved as well, but handoff, Swift, another, about 5 yards. It's going to be short line of game, it looks like. They might give him the first, though. No, he's going to be a yard short. 3rd and short. The Lions, yeah, they went to the playoffs a few times. Stafford never won, but he had to do it all because their defense was complete trash. They really couldn't run the football, even though they had a few decent receivers. It was Stafford and Megatron. Calvin Johnson is now in the Hall of Fame, but he's now, I believe, the second youngest ever Hall of Fame enshrinee in NFL Pro Football history, just behind Gale Sayers. Handoff, first down, Lions. Of course, that was because he retired, so soon, just like Barry Sanders did. Something with the Lions, of course, because they suck. Hey, let's just retire instead of going elsewhere to play. Just be done playing football. No, but Stafford had to do it all. And, of course, now we're seeing what he's, truly made of as good of a quarterback he is. He was always like that, though, in Detroit, but he just never got the recognition because the Lions always sucked. Even though they play every Thanksgiving and everybody can watch them at least once a year, along with the Cowboys, but they're not America's team by any means. Just, now, it's, okay, you move on. Stafford's out west in L.A., at least Goff's going to be playing inside half the season. And then he'll have at least 2 cold weather games with going to Green Bay and Chicago, depending on when the games are, though. Of course, Green Bay tonight. But if they can keep this up on offense and Goff is this consistent and a good, reliable quarterback, and they get a run game going, and really Hawkinson's their best receiver, and he's their starting tight end. I mean, if if only Johnson was still playing. But he's been gone out of the league for at least 5 years now because he just got enshrined in Canton. But, of course, just signing Jamal Williams at running back, still have DeAndre Swift to be drafted. Dan Campbell in his first year. Future's bright for the Lions, it is, but they just got to do the little things, all add up in the end. Just be consistent in every little thing you do, and play good defense as well. And, of course, Rodgers ain't going to be playing forever, not at least in Green Bay. If, this is his last year, and the way the Vikings and Bears are half the time, well, who knows? The NFC North could be wide open. I thought the Vikings were going to win the division if Rodgers wasn't going to be coming back, but Green Bay's going to win the North. Minnesota could still do something. They said yesterday, hell, don't be shocked they beat Arizona. They almost did. They lost, missing a potential game winner at the end of the game, losing 34-33. And as always, coming up halftime, first half stats and scores, along with taking a look around the rest of the NFL from this week 2 as well. So stay tuned for that. But now here at the end of the first quarter, following a backstage segment with Randy Orton and Matt Riddle, Piper Niven defeating Eva Marie last week on Raw as well. Of course, Doudrop, which is a little unfortunate for her. We're going to get a rematch of that now next on Raw as well, as Eva Marie's in the ring. So of course that's a add-in, that's a filler to get us to the 9 o'clock hour, but we'll see how that goes and how the rest of the show goes as well. But then Lions, they look good on the first drive. Both teams had the ball, 5+ minutes apiece on offense when we're tied up here at 7. Few penalties as of late as well, but at the end of one, we're tied with the Lions and Packers at 7 apiece. And as mentioned, we're going to watch the first and final fourth quarter of action on the normal broadcast, but now in the meantime, we're going to switch it over to Peyton and Eli Manning over on ESPN2 for Monday Night Football with the Lions and Packers for their insight after a new era began for Monday Night Football last week with the Manning brothers. Peyton just got enshrined last month as well in Canton. First ballot Hall of Famer, and rightfully so. Their guest, as it's Peyton and Eli, tonight, after last week having... Okay, what the hell is this commercial? No? And then there's somebody in the back piping in crowd noise. What the hell is this? This is... Yeah, we're ready for some football. Okay, it's an NFL and ESPN commercial. We're ready for some football. All right, no doubt about it. Eli is aging in reverse. Guy looks wonderful, like your grandfather in a picture from when he was 20. He's been out of the league now for a few years. So Peyton and Eli up top with a look at the Lions and Packers down at the bottom. So this is my first time, seeing this in this regard, how they present it. Goff under center. They are going to throw it, Peyton. Good play call. Come back on the screen far side and dump off to DeAndre Swift, and you get back those 10 yards you had on the holding penalty to close out the first quarter. Yeah. from the 49. Goff rolling out, going to go down on the sack. Actually gets rid of it. Is that an incomplete pass or a fumble? There's no whistle as of yet. Now they come in, and they're going to say Packer football. That's a fumble. Okay. And a minute into the second quarter, we have our first turnover. Now we got some boos. I feel like they just overturned it. They reversed already and came together and said it's an incomplete pass rather than the Lions having a challenge. That's incomplete. That's a forward pass. But there's nobody there, so they could say intentional grounding if they want. That's incomplete, no doubt. And then Green Bay, of course, recovered the thought fumble, but it's still fourth down, so they're going to have to punt, and the Packers are getting the football back anyway. Just starting field position is going to be a little different, of course. But yeah, back to Peyton and Eli here. We'll keep this on until halftime. See how it goes. I know I said second, third quarter, but for the most part, yeah, we'll keep it on until the fourth. Of course, they put the ball to main telecast available on ESPN, but they're going to throw a penalty flag for intentional grounding because there's nobody there. Okay. Hey, SEC officials, that's how you throw a penalty flag for an intentional grounding foul. So, loss of down, still going to be fourth down, just going to be fourth and a few miles, and now they're going to punt still. So, the Packers are still getting the football back, just as thought. But, of course, they got to throw the flag because it was a penalty. The thing, penalties, clear cut, foul, throw. If not, let him play. I'm sure Eva Marie on her promo right now, she's saying that she can't compete for some reason because, well, we all know the right answer to that. Flat out, she can't fucking wrestle. So, bell rings, match underway. Of course, she rolls out of the ring. Not even going to pay attention to that match because I know what's going to happen. But Lions ball, fourth down. They're going to punt. So, yeah, that was a good foul for intentional grounding. And a good call to reverse it rather than a fumble to an incomplete pass. But still, punting situation for Detroit. They're going to punt. And now another flag. Detroit now just shooting themselves in the foot. Hell, by the time they get down to all these penalties, Green Bay might still be starting at the same spot they would have if they would have recovered that fumble and it would have stayed a fumble. Matt LaFleur trying to get the crowd into it. See if Green Bay can get a big special teams play on this. As the Lions, yeah, they were for a little bit there biting off kneecaps, but ever since then, this game's settled down and not gone their way. Green Bay tied it up at 7, now getting the ball back after all that. And then, okay, good coverage on the return. Amari Rodgers, the first round wide receiver to go alongside the Packer receiving core. The former Clemson Tiger, commercial break. Piper Nevin, do drop, pick and pull whenever Eva Marie has thought, a quick match. She can wrestle, Eva can't. So, now they'll have a few special guests. Amari Rodgers is not wearing number 1, as just said, as thought. He's wearing number 8. I might have said first round caliber receiver. He wasn't drafted in first round though, he was a mid-round pick. Just another weapon for Aaron Rodgers though. We'll see other than special teams how they get involved on offense, but and we'll see how this Peyton and Eli telecast goes on ESPN2. See if it actually is better than the normal main ESPN Monday Night Football broadcasts or not. I mean, sort of got to feel bad for Steve Levy, Brian Greasy, and Louis Riddick. Myself, I like just the normal broadcast. Like I said, I honestly really didn't know how Peyton and Eli was going to go last week. So that's why I didn't watch it. Of course, saw the highlights afterwards. I'm like, yeah, next week, tonight, definitely got to tune in and watch it. So we technically still have all three on, still both Monday nights and Monday Night Raw on, as well as here comes the Viper, Randy Orton with the original Bro Matt Riddle by his side on a scooter. Team RK Bro, hearing voices in their head. They are your Raw Tag Team Champions. Just had Big E confront Pierce and DeVille backstage as well, so we'll see what happens there with Big E and Lashley for the WWE title at some point in time, whether it's tonight or come Sunday at Extreme Rules for that pay-per-view. But hashtag WWE Raw Tag Team Champions coming down. About to get in the ring. So they defeated AJ Styles and Almost at SummerSlam last month. And now here's our first guest of the evening. Or the first guest I'm seeing. Maybe somebody else was already on. But the four tonight, it's Brett Favre, Rob Gronkowski, who's on right now, along with Patrick Willis, the former 49er linebacker out of Ole Miss, who also retired early, and then Pat McAfee to close it out. Rodgers pass far side, incomplete, and it'll be second down. See, for myself, like, listen to these interviews, I gotta actually watch them, listen to them by themselves, see the highlights that way, or watch them in length. Just not with the Monday Night Football, not with football in general, especially while doing this. I can multitask, but I can, for this at least, I can only do one or the other. So for that aspect, I mean, I'd rather switch back over to the normal, because it's a football game I'm watching. Like, if I don't want to watch an interview or listen to something while I'm doing this, like, just no. But that first pass was intended for Scantling, incomplete. Adams on the reception there. Third down for Green Bay. But okay, yeah, I gotta flip back over to the normal broadcast. I can't watch that all at once. Not while doing this, at least. If of course I wasn't streaming, I'd throw on that broadcast with Peyton Eli. No offense. I mean, I still have it on. I can't hear anything off of this, though, because it's on mute. I have the volume up on this. Of course, I'm talking, trying to watch Raw in the meantime, too. Fourth down for Green Bay, so quick 3 and out. And now the Lion defense is once again kicking you in the mouth and biting off your kneecap in the process, as Rodgers goes down on a sack, and the Green Bay special teams going to come on for their first punt of the evening. So a touchdown apiece by both offenses on the opening drives, and then a punt apiece by both teams on their second drives of the night. So we're even as can be. 2 drives in, 1 touchdown for Detroit, 1 touchdown for Green Bay, and then a punt as well for both squads as well. So 12-21 to play in this first half, but Lions get the football back following that sack on Rodgers and the punt, so they'll have it 1st and 10, tied with the Packers 7-7 here tonight on Monday Night Football. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. So yeah, if, like I said, I wasn't streaming, doing live watch-along reactions of both Monday Night Football and Monday Night Raw, I would definitely have Peyton Eli on to watch it. But for myself, watching football is one thing. Okay, I got to be watching that if I'm watching. I can't have, even with Peyton Eli, would like their insight, when they have their guests on, I can't be watching football and trying to be listening to the interview along with myself talking and watching both football and wrestling here all at once. Like I said, I can multitask, but that's a little too much to be asking for, I'd say. So give it a few weeks, just really whenever I'm not live streaming for live watch-along reactions on a Monday night during football season for Monday Night Football, Monday Night Raw, I guess just know that I will be watching Peyton and Eli and not the normal broadcast. But when I am streaming, I will be watching the normal broadcast, watching strictly the football game, with, of course, the other broadcast on over here to my left. I guess you're right, but of course, can't hear anything being said with it on mute, and then trying to watch Raw in the meantime as well with that on mute, as well as RK Bro just came down and Orton was doing his pose before they hit a commercial break. So all three right now simultaneously at a commercial break. We got Rodgers and Mahomes and State Farm. We were at home earlier with Baker Mayfield, but change is coming as the WWE draft kicks off a week from Friday. An epic two-night event begins October the 1st on Fox, and then continues on the following Monday, October the 4th, on Monday Night Raw on USA. So now backstage with Pierce and DeVille talking on their phones, and then Paul Heyman walks up. Goff under center, gonna toss, and Jamal Williams gets to the 45-yard line for a pickup of 7, as it'll be second down and short here with 12 minutes to play and some change here in this first half. But yeah, whenever I'm streaming, I guess I'll just have to settle for the highlights afterwards for Peyton and Eli with all their guests. Last week, who they have on? I know they had Russell Wilson to close it out when that game went to overtime with Baltimore and Vegas, the Raiders winning. And then both teams also winning yesterday, so Silver and Black are 2-0 after beating the Steelers. And then the Ravens at home last night on Sunday Night Football defeated the Kansas City Chiefs, handing Patrick Mahomes his first ever loss in the month of September in his young NFL career. Goff picking up the first down on a completion over the middle for another Lion first down here, as he's near perfect, 9 of 10 for almost 100 passing yards and a touchdown to Cephas, as they took an early 7-0 lead before Green Bay tied it up at 7. So 3-4 yards on the give up the middle, second down for the Lions. Randy Orton going to be in action on Monday Night Raw, it looks like. You going to be taking on AJ Styles in singles competition? If so, there's a full match video of a dark match from a few years back now, as they were feuding and faced off at WrestleMania 35 that spring. Full match video from Orton and Styles. It was following a SmackDown. Full dark match. Those videos all right here on the channel, so be sure to go check them out. Looks like it'll be Orton and Styles in singles competition here at 9 o'clock hour on Raw. All right, I'll take this match. I don't know why this isn't going to be the main event, but yeah. I guess they'll have a rematch on Sunday as well for the Raw Tag Team titles at Extreme Rules, but only time will tell. Extreme Rules, alright, I guess, on paper. I mean, really, it's just Roman Reigns and Demon Finn Balor that I'm excited for right now. But, of course, mood could change by Sunday night. But penalty flag on the field. Goff ended up getting a good face mask called against Packer defense, and that sets up the Lion offense 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Out of the eye, gonna hand off J-Dub again, and he gets 8 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 2. From the 22, Hawkinson in motion. Goff gonna hand off. And DeAndre Swift for 3 yards, picking up another Lion first down. That's all you need to do. Just continue to move the sticks. Keep it simple. Try to be consistent, but even on top of that, try to be balanced. And so far tonight, the Detroit Lions on the road on Monday Night Football against Packers. Defense stepped up on that last drive as well, sacking Rodgers to give him a 3-and-out and the punt. Now you're driving. On the flip side of it, to hopefully close this out with some points, knocking on the door right now inside the red zone. That's really all you can ask for right now for the Lions. They're playing some damn good football. They are. Goff, pass complete. That is to number 11, Khalif. Everybody loves Raymond. And he gets a first down. I know Ray Romano is not a Lion or a Packer fan by any means, but if he would be playing wide receiver, that would have been a nice catch by him. But Khalif, Chief Keef, Raymond, who everybody loves, gets a first down and goal from the 9. Lions hand off, and about a yard or so on that second down. From the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Goff, back corner, nice catch by Hawkinson, touchdown Lions. Beautiful pass, even better of a catch, and the Lions retake the lead. Jared Goff with 2 passing touchdowns here in a quarter and a half, and the Lions aren't going to be going away easy. Simple tight end wheel route. Goff puts it right on the money for Hawkinson, and he comes down with a nice catch. Had to extend there a little bit. Drug his back foot. Both feet in bounds, though. Touchdown Detroit. 13-7, about to be 14. Extra point. Snap, hold, kick, all up and good. 14-7, 7:22 to play in this first half. Lions retake the lead, and they lead once again by 7. It's 14-7. Midway through the second quarter here tonight on Monday Night Football. Monday Night Raw, Randy Orton and AJ Styles in singles competition as they go back and forth. That was a damn good play call. And it was executed to the fullest extent. Goff looked it off there for a second, but then as Hawkinson got to the goal line on an 8-yard passing touchdown. So it was a quick decision for him to make, and he made the right one. And right on the money, back corner, far side of the end zone. And Hawkinson comes down with it, and another 7 gets added to their score. So 14-7. Meantime, almost just got ejected from ringside. Here comes AJ Styles from behind, though, in the ring, taking out Orton. As almost just took Riddle ringside as well. Now AJ, phenomenal form, over the top rope, ringside, taking out Orton in front of the entrance ramp. And Styles fist bumped, almost like, hell yeah, you did your job. Let me finish this. Let me pick up the win. Styles probably will win here. Riddle's probably going to get involved. But then, because I believe they do have a match on Sunday. If they don't, they fade to black, go to commercial. If they don't, they will. And that means, because it's a go-home, Styles is going to end up winning. And then they'll lose on Sunday. And RK Bro, because they just won the titles, they're not going to be losing them anytime soon anyway. Of course, you win on a go-home, you stand tall, you're going to lose the pay-per-view. So it all adds up. It makes sense now that I look at it. not to a full extent, but just, I guess, just looking ahead a little bit. That's probably what's going to happen. If not, I'd be a little shocked. I honestly would, especially knowing how the WWE runs half the time. But yeah, Styles should pick up the win here, and then RK Bro with the win on Sunday to remain Raw Tag Team Champions after Extreme Rules. But really, I mean, too, like I said earlier, there's no Extreme Rules type of matches. Like, stipulation-wise, they haven't had anything. But really, on the card, there's nothing really, there's no matches you could have something be categorized as that. There really isn't right now. Broken tackle on the kickoff return by the Packers. Nice hurdle near midfield. And the Packers are going to have some damn good starting field position after that kickoff return to try to get back into this game and tie it up at 7. Or score another 7 and tie it up at 14. Just as they tied it up at 7 after they trailed 7-0. Just, I mean, of course, you have to settle for field goal at the end of this. Just make sure it's a little bit better than how your last drive was, because it was a quick 3 and out. Rodgers took a sack, and of course, they had to punt, and then the line just went on that long drive again, chewing up some clock and scoring 2 touchdowns on 3 drives tonight already. And they lead once again by 7. It's 14-7. So see if the Packers can once again tie it up at 14 apiece. 7:11 to play in this first half. Even though Sheets is better, Rodgers can hand off up the gut to Aaron Jones for 4, maybe 5 yards. Second down for the Green Bay offense. Yeah, it could, as I said there a little bit ago, could turn into a back and forth contest, and then really it's what defense is going to bend but don't break here to close out week 2 of Monday night. 18, Green 18 set hut. Rodgers gets the give from his new center and hands off to Jones again, and as he gets up out of the tackle, he got about 8 yards on that run. First down, Packers. Just continue to move the sticks. Just keep moving the ball. That's all you have to do. Tire the defense out. Get them on their heels. That's why you want to have a good running game. And then you open play action and you beat them deep. From the 44-yard line. Out of the eye. And a handoff. Jones again, gonna get 6, maybe 7 yards on the carry. Second down. They're gonna give him 6, 2nd and 4. 5:44 to play.
That's football 101. That's what's constantly happening between defenses and offenses. When you have these two guys way back here, look at how long it takes them to get up to the football. Aaron Jones gets 4, 5, 6 yards downfield before he's even touched, rather than having that safety down in the box and linebacker down.
First-time defensive coordinator. With the Saints last 5 years, coached their defensive backs.
Rodgers, quick bubble screen, top of your screen, nice block, it's complete. First down, Packers again, as Devontae Adams on a 5-yard reception, first down, Green Bay. A very quick-moving, fast-paced first half here, I've thought thus far. Just, I mean, both teams have had it now 3 times apiece on offense. The Lions have drove twice and scored. They punted their other time, and it's 1 off 1 and then score again if Green Bay can do the same, because that's what Detroit did. Fake the give. Rodgers play action near side is complete to Jones, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds after a pickup of yeah, they're going to mark him short. Thought he had the first down there. We'll say 9. 8.5, 9. Will be 2nd and 1.
The back one-on-one out of the backfield. This is him understanding and knowing that safety is going to come down, and I got one-on-one with Aaron Jones, who's a mismatch on most
I mean, I'm not going to argue if I'm Matt LaFleur spot of the ball right now. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts, 4 minutes to change to play here in the first half, 2-minute warning to come. Another handoff up the gut, and another first down for the Green Bay Packers. Now Green Bay just starting to run the football down their throat. But just as they're doing this, Rodgers is going to beat him deep, and watch for him to go to Big Bob Robert Tunyon, number 85, his tight end, or even Mercedes Lewis in the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Something over the middle. Oscar. And Brian Greasy saying Oscar means opposite. So that's a good thing to know. Not Oscar the Grouch or Oscar Mayer the Wienermobile, but got a Austin Powers Gold Member reference for a Packer assistant coach. Of course, tomorrow is Aaron Rodgers Tuesday. We'll see if he'll have at least one win in the win column for the Packers by that point in time tomorrow, or if they'll be 0-2 if they can't come back and win this. Still a lot of football to be played, though. Rodgers dumps it off near side. Aaron Jones first down and into the end zone, down the half-yard line, they say, down. Then the ball came out. He did recover in the end zone, though. Of course, they say fumble. Down the half-yard line, it's going to be a 1st and goal. Jones already has a touchdown. There's a receiving touchdown. This on the receiving end as well. Yeah, he's down. Then the ball comes loose because he's reaching for the end zone. And then we'll see if they snap it here or not before the 2-minute mark. No, they're just going to let it run. They're not even set. They're all they're not confused necessarily. They're just trying to hurry up, and of course Rodgers with a big smirk. I would say just trying to catch defense off guard there. Just trying to do a lot in very little time when they knew damn well they weren't going to be snapping it anyway. So 2 minutes to play already in this first half. Like I said, I feel like this first half tonight of Monday Night Football has absolutely flown by. I mean, hell, we're not even an hour into this game. Halftime still going to be your 10-15 minutes, but we'll see if it slows down any in the second half or not. Hell, this game might be over before Raw gets over, or right around the same time, right at 11 o'clock, rather than, say, quarter after 11:30, close to midnight. But Styles, in the meantime, on Raw, going to go for the Styles Clash on Randy Orton. Orton with a reversal. Quick roll-up, though. 1, 2, kick out. Match continues, but, yeah. Green Bay, they should score here. Should be able to punch it in and tie it back up. But, yeah, it was a good call once again by the official. He was down. Ball then came out. Still 1st and goal, though. See if Jones can get in with a rushing touchdown tonight compared to his receiving touchdown he already has. As it's 14-7. Goff, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 to Cephas, 1 to Hawkinson, and then Rodgers found Jones. We'll see what they do here coming up. I mean, I'd honestly just sneak it, give it to Aaron Jones or Dillon up the gut, walk in for 6, tie it up at 14. Both teams here, 2 minutes to play, have all 3 timeouts remaining as well. See if we get any more action before halftime or not, and then go from there, take this game in the second half. And the way it's been back and forth may honestly the best team win. And it's you score, you punt, you score. That's how it's gone in these first 3 drives by both offenses tonight. And with all that being said as well, it's as Orton hits an RKO on AJ Styles. Orton cover 1, 2, 3. RK Bro with the win. Orton defeating AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw this evening. Orton a little banged up there by his left eye, bleeding. bleeding from his eyebrow, it looks like. But both teams, while they're on offense, very long drives. Nothing really, no hurry up, just, hey, we're going to do our thing. We're going to run it on you. We're going to throw it on you. We're going to be balanced. We might have something up our sleeve in the second half if it comes down to it. Special teams, we'll see. But Rodgers going to throw, slant, incomplete, little behind. Valdez Scantling would have had Devontae Adams open if he would have waited. But I don't get why you're throwing there. Just run the damn ball. Get to his first and goal. You got a few more plays here. But what if that was intercepted? You know? Yeah, that's on Rodgers. He threw it behind his receiver. You got to lead him. He knows that. Just a bad throw. But he was getting pressured, so credit to the Lion defense of getting after him. But, you know, once again, back to both these quarterbacks and how both these offenses are playing. It's long drives. It's touchdown, another touchdown, fake the give, and make it our fourth touchdown on the night as Rodgers hits Aaron Jones for another passing touchdown on a halfback screen on the flat top of your screen. And it was a 4-yard touchdown earlier. This from 1 yard out, and we're an extra point away from once again having a tie ball game at 14 apiece with 1:52 to play in the first half. There's our first Lambeau leap of the evening with Aaron Jones celebrating with the crowd, and just as Goff, a former Cal quarterback himself, has 2 passing touchdowns. The one that went through Berkeley about 15 years before him also now has 2 touchdowns on the night here tonight on Monday Night Football as well. So we're all knotted up again, 14-14, and we got a good one cooking with the Detroit Lions and Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football. So once again, thank you for tuning in and watch my live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. Back to Raw. Got a flashback to the past few weeks, it seems like, with the Raw women's division with yeah, definitely got to give a woo tonight after the past week. So woo, but Charlotte Flair, of course, your Raw women's champion, and I of course, yeah, would yell that, scream that a little bit louder, but it is what time here tonight, and of course not on the History Channel on the show alone by any means. So yeah, just to recap, it seems like from the past few weeks on Raw with the Charlotte and the split with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, which I think they advertised last week that they were going to have a singles match tonight, if I'm not mistaken, but now there's nothing for that, not unless they're going to add it in, and we're going to have a few women's matches tonight here. Just like, was it last week? I think it was last week, because the Friday before, yeah, they didn't have any women's matches, so here comes Nia Jax. So yeah, it does seem like we're going to get Nia and Shayna singles on Raw coming up next. As they're finally no longer together as a tag team. They've split, thank God, about damn time. They should have done it a year and a half, 2 years ago. But yeah, here comes Nia Jax, and we'll see who wins in the first match between her and Shayna. If that is, in fact, the match. It is. Okay, so they are going to roll on with this and do something that they said they were going to do for the first time in quite a while. But yeah. Commercial break, we'll have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler on Monday Night Raw. This Friday, though, on SmackDown, of course, to go home for Extreme Rules this upcoming Sunday, 48 hours away from then. Plus, we got an Intercontinental Championship match, I might add as well, that I remember hearing about from this past Friday night on SmackDown with Nakamura and Apollo Crews. So, you know, we'll have looks at the Universal and SmackDown Women's Championship matches this coming Sunday at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and then also on SmackDown an actual Intercontinental Championship match, because it's not going to be on the card. We'll have one mid-card match with the U.S. title on the line, but the IC will be up for grabs with Nakamura and Apollo Crews this upcoming Friday night on SmackDown. So both offenses showing out right now. Got 4 total passing touchdowns, 2 apiece by each quarterback, and Goff and Rodgers. And that's arguably the best pass of the night so far, that Goff to Hawkinson touchdown pass. Right on the money, and Goff's 11 of 12. Rodgers is near perfect as well. So we'll see what defense bends but doesn't break. Toss, and then DeAndre Swift dances his way for 12. Thought he was going to left, came back near side, and got up the middle for a big first down. Gain of 12, first down Lions. Break the huddle. 1 to play in this first half. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. We'll see if Detroit can utilize theirs to save themselves some time, or if they're going to go hurry up and march downfield and score here and give Green Bay no time, or second down now for the Lions if Green Bay wants to try to get the ball back and call some timeouts of their own. But at that point, I just let them do what they're going to do, and you're tied up at 14, just going to halftime like this. Hopefully you can get a stop, you know. They have to settle, kick the field goal, so be it. Maybe they have a 3-point lead at the half, but this clock's running. 33 seconds to play in the first half. Handoff by Goff. Fake the give, actually, sorry. Has all day to throw, literally all day to throw. Gets rid of it over the middle. It's complete to Hawkinson. Down at the 25-yard line with 24 seconds to play. Now our first timeout of the night. Timeout Lions. There's Dan Campbell, a former tight end in his own right during his playing career. Was most recently with the Saints as an assistant. Played for a few teams, most notably the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. But as a coach, now for the first time in his career as a full-time head coach. Assistant, of course, but then he was an interim following the firing of Joe Philbin down in Miami about 5-6 years ago now, from what I can recall. And then went to New Orleans, was an assistant under Sean Payton recently, and now back as a head coach now full-time, not on an interim basis anymore. With the Detroit Lions, biting off kneecaps in the process. And they have Green Bay right now right where they want them at least the Packers and the Lions tonight. More so the Packers, though. Both teams starting faster than what they did last week, but then even on top of that, the Packers looking 10 times better in a full game from last week, let alone in the first half just tonight. So, of course, only scoring 3 points off of Mason Crosby field goal last week in their loss to the Saints. Tied at 14 here. Like I said, earlier, at least the Lions almost came back and, beat the Niners. And then the Niners, again, yesterday, barely held on and beat the Eagles on the road. And they get the Packers next Sunday night home. And we'll have that game on this upcoming Sunday as well during live watch-along reactions of WWE Extreme Rules. So be sure to tune back in. But now on Raw, it's Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax as the Queen of Spades and the irresistible force that really I don't think anybody could give two shits about to do battle on Raw. Steve Levy, Brian Greasy wearing the same outfit, white long sleeve dress shirt and a purple tie, and then Louis Riddick off Pies Lonesome on the left, still wearing a suit jacket as well, as they've already taken theirs off. But then also over here we have Peyton Manning. First down and 10 for the Lions with 24 seconds to play, following a timeout. See if they draw up. Goff going to dump it off, complete to Williams. He gets about a yard, doesn't get out of bounds though. Clock continues to roll, but Dan Campbell's right there to call a second timeout with 17 seconds. So good clock management. He's right there, makes a call, give himself some time, 17 seconds plus another timeout in their pocket. Now second goal after a pickup, or second down and long, second and 9, excuse me, after a pickup of 1. Ball right on the outside of the red zone. And see if they can punch it in. If not, they're in field goal range. You know, of course, the least they can get, other than if they don't get anything, of course, that'd be 0. Get 3, get a field goal on the board, and take the lead into halftime. So, second down for the Lions. Play clock at 10. Goff gets the snap. Pass near side, a little too high, incomplete. It'll be third down, intended for the former USC Fight On Trojan and number 14, St. Brown. Right through his hands, just a little too high. He had to jump up for it, but good coverage. I mean, Goff put it only where his receiver could have went up and got it, though. So, I mean, it was a good pass, and just on the tail end of it, fell incomplete. So, third down and long, 3rd and 10. Goff far side, going deep. What a catch, and then he dropped it. Incomplete. That was intended for Cephas again. So, 4th down, they got 7 seconds. And here comes the field goal unit. Yeah, he almost had that too. Nice one-hander at the goal line. Nobody would have shut up about that if he would have came down with that for a touchdown. First second of the night on top of it. But incomplete. Now here is Austin Siebert, number 4, for a 43-yard field goal attempt for the Detroit Lions. They got a whistle. Kicks up and going to be no good. But the Packers got a timeout in, I believe, before that. They do. So they ice them. Still have the field goal here. Packers aren't going to do anything back on offense once they get the ball back anyway. Let's probably take a knee. But a missed field goal doesn't count anyway. Timeout was called. So here comes Siebert again for another 43-yarder. I think he heard the whistle, and that's why he just, okay, I'm going to kick it and just shank it. Just get it kick in. Now I'll take my time. They ice me. They still can ice me twice, though. They got 2 more timeouts, but from 43 yards out for the Lions to take a halftime lead. Kick going to be up and good, right down the middle. Packers going to have 3 seconds. They won't do anything. So at the half, it'll be 17-14 Lions on the road in the lead at the Green Bay Packers here tonight on Monday Night Football, which honestly a little bit of a surprise. I mean, really didn't think it'd be this high scoring, especially at halftime. I mean, Green Bay with 2 touchdowns, yeah, probably, but Detroit with 17 points, no, probably not. Maybe, 7 or 10 less than that. Still a close game, regardless. And now we're going to take it into the second half, and we'll go from there. So, if the Lions do in fact deserve split with rushing yards, one more series there for Goff to throw it. Has more passing yards than Rodgers. But if the Lions come out with a win tonight, I'll be shocked. Touchback on the kickoff, 3 seconds. They can run a play if they want to. They want to hook and ladder, just run something like the Cowboys did yesterday right before halftime and almost scoring on the Chargers. Okay, but knowing Rodgers and the Packers can take a knee here and go into halftime, trailing by 3, 17-14. So the Lions do get technically one more drive in than Green Bay at 4-3. I mean, technically this is Green Bay's fourth, but they're not going to be able to do anything here with 3 seconds, and plus they're going to take a knee anyway, so this isn't going to count. However, the Packers will get the football to begin the second half because they kicked off to begin the game. Lions drove, scored, took an early 7-0 lead. Green Bay tied it up at 7 as well. And then it was both teams punting on their second drives of the night. Detroit retook a 14-7 lead. Green Bay tied it up at 14, and then another long drive. Time-wise, no, not really, but the Packer defense needs to step up because, really both defenses do, but more so Green Bay's, I feel, right now. Because both offenses, for one, are able to drive, but then even on top of that, like I said, they're putting plays together back to back to back. Drives are rolling, they're moving downfield, taking up a bunch of time in the process. Very long drives this evening by both teams, and that's why I feel, like I said, very fast-paced. One of the fastest first halves I feel like we've had all season in the National Football League. But, I could be wrong because, normally a first half, at least a quarter, is like a half hour, 35 minutes. Okay? And then it sometimes slows down or picks up in the second. And then about an hour 15, hour and a half into it, right, say for a 1 o'clock kick on a Sunday, right before, say between 2:30 and 3 on the East Coast for a 1 o'clock kick, that's when they're starting, or about midway through the third quarter. And now here we are, not even a little over an hour into this game, and we're already at halftime with a total of 31 points being scored, with a 3-point Detroit Lion lead on the road here tonight on Monday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers at 17-14. So first half stats and scores with Detroit and Green Bay, as both teams on offense are, for the most part, able to run the football, able to drive, and able to score points, which that's what you want to do, right? Yeah. You want to have more points than your opponent. You want to come out victorious in the end, because that's all anybody ever remembers. So Jared Goff's 13-16 for 137 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. 1 to Cephas, 1 to Hawkinson. And then on the ground, DeAndre Swift leads the way. He has 6 carries for 32 yards. And Jamal Williams has 7 carries for 25 yards. So in a first half, you can't get more balance than that, especially running the football. So credit to Detroit right now. And then Lions with the receiving core. Cephas a few catches. Hawkinson a few catches as well. 3 to be exact, with 56 reception yards and a touchdown. And then TJ Hawkinson also has, that was for Cephas, TJ Hawkinson 4 catches, 41 receiving yards, and scored well. Khalif Raymond 2 of 18. DeAndre Swift also has a catch out of the backfield for 11 yards. And then the Packers, Rodgers is 8 of 10 for only 75 yards, but still 2 touchdowns. And then the field goal is the difference right now for a 3-point halftime lead for the Lions. But then even Aaron Jones on the ground and able to catch the ball in the backfield, all-purpose wise, Aaron Jones has 9 carries for 49 rushing yards, along with 4 catches for 27 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. Both from Aaron Rodgers, of course. No Jordan Love just yet in Green Bay. But A.J. Dillon then also has a few carries, 3 for 11 to be exact. Rodgers was sacked once as well, whereas Goff has not been sacked in that regard. So, kudos once again to the Lion defense, able to get after the Green Bay offensive line and get after Rodgers in the backfield. I feel like the way the game has gone tonight and the way the Packers loss went last Sunday as well, their problem, even though Rodgers, of course, made a few mistakes, but he was trying to do it all and trying to get back in the ball game in the blowout loss against the Saints. The problem, once again, for Green Bay might be on their defense again this year. They're not rolling that out just yet. It's still early, but if they can't get that fixed, and this keeps up all season long, well then, no wonder why the hell they're going to be in close game after close game after close game. And whether or not, of course, in the end they're coming out victorious or end up picking up an L, if you don't score more than your opponent, you're going to lose. So, like I said, I feel like the problem right now for Green Bay is on their defense more so than it is on their offense. So you can roll out all the Rodgers drama still. They do have a new defense coordinator this year, taking her from Mike Patton. So, if they can't get that fixed, like I said, they might be in for a long season. Even though they're still going to make the playoffs, probably make a run, might even go back to the NFC Championship game for a third straight year. Boomer, Chris Berman, with some highlights from all the games yesterday. We'll get into some stats and scores following these stats from this first half from tonight's Monday night action with the Lions and Packers. Take a look around what happened yesterday in the NFL, along with previewing next week for Week 3, with next Sunday night being the Packers and 49ers. Next Monday night, the Cowboys and Eagles. However, Week 3 will begin on this coming Thursday night with the Panthers and Texans. But Rodgers, he's 8 of 10 for 75 yards and 2 scores. Jones on the ground has 9 carries for 49 rushing yards. Also has both of those Rodgers passing touchdowns in his receiving end of it. 4 for 27 and 2 touchdowns. Short goal line situations, 1 from 4 yards out, 1 from a yard out as well, but there's still 2 touchdowns. That's 14 points. So a 3-point halftime lead for the Lions on the road here tonight on Monday Night Football. But also Devontae Adams has 3 catches for 29 yards, and Robert Tonyan has a catch for 19 yards, as well as the NFL primetime music continues as, what is this, the few best minutes of football from yesterday with Boomer, Chris Berman, still working for ESPN after they tried to get rid of him a few different times, but us fans wouldn't allow that. Highlights continue. On Raw, we got a tag team match with, wasn't expecting to see this tonight, or see this one team as a tag team now, but it's in tag team action on Raw. Mansoor Mustafa Ali taking on Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Oh, come on, you got to kick him better than that. That's a complete botch. Like, that's just absolutely pathetic. But we'll see who comes out victorious in this. I could honestly really care less. Yesterday, though, or just in general this week in the NFL, as we're already 2 weeks in, hard to believe, but biggest season ever in NFL history. Of course, expanded regular season. 18 weeks, 17 regular season games with the expanded playoffs also returning as well. Super Bowl 56 next February 13th, 2022 from Los Angeles. We had, as speaking of LA, Goff, his former home, and the Rams, they went to Indy yesterday with Matthew Stafford, who used to play for these Lions, and defeated the Indianapolis Colts 27-24. But the week began last Thursday as the Washington football team at the buzzer won, kicking a game-winning field goal, defeating Big Blue, the New York Football Giants, by a final score of 30-29. That other LA team, the Chargers, who defeated the Washington football team last Sunday on the road, sewage pipe bursts and all, they lost at home, also on a game-winning field goal to the Dallas Cowboys by a final score of 20-17. Also yesterday, the Raiders defeated the Steelers 26-17. Vegas will host the Miami Dolphins next week, whereas the Steelers will host the Bengals. Have live watch-along reactions of Cincy and Pittsburgh live right here on YouTube next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by WWE Extreme Rules with a side-by-side of Sunday Night Football, with these Packers also on the road taking on the San Francisco 49ers. So hopefully you'll tune in for live watch-along reactions. Then we'll also have college football, Villanova, Penn State, the day prior, this upcoming Saturday. So Saturday college football, Sunday NFL and wrestling, next Monday night as well, Monday Night Football and Monday Night Raw. Live watch-along reactions, all live, right here on YouTube. All you have to do is hit the red subscribe button with a notification bell next to it as well. Easiest way to update is, in fact, on social media. Links in the description below. Scroll down, check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. We got Karrion Kross on Raw with a video package. As now, it'll be the SmackDown and Raw, even though it should be the Raw, NXT, and SmackDown Women's Tag Team Championships. It's just the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, even though they're just on Monday Night Raw for the most part. And really, your true number one women's tag team contenders are on the blue brand. We have a WWE Women's Tag Team Championship bout about to kick off on Raw, with Natalya and Tamina defending against Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross. Nikki ASH, of course, still almost a superhero. So I don't know how long it takes you to be almost a superhero until, of course, you become a superhero. But she's been doing this gimmick now for a few months too long on the end of that. In which, if it was still Nikki Cross and she won Money in the Bank like she did, it wouldn't have mattered. But with this, and then of course she won the title and then lost at SummerSlam to Charlotte, just no. Like, it'd be a different story if it was still how it was, but they wanted to change it up and, fix something that ain't broken like NXT once again right now. It's like, honestly, anymore, what the hell's the point of even watching this bullshit? So, of course, here we are, still watching, still bitching about it, because they know they're, because we know they're going to do what they want, and they know we're going to be watching. I'll say that, as I always do. So, yeah, they're cutting a promo. Can't hear what they're saying, nor do I really care. I know the Connor's Cure graphic just popped up. It is September for cancer awareness. So I'd assume they're cutting a promo on something along those lines. I don't really know, though. Of course, on mute, just like that is, this is, and then Monday Night Football, as we're about to begin the third quarter of play, as we begin the second half of the Lions leading 17-14 on the road at the Packers here tonight on Monday Night Football. But coming up on Raw, it'll be the women's tag team titles up for grabs. So I doubt we're going to have a championship change by any means, especially to these two. No offense to Rhea, but I feel bad for both of them, honestly, because Rhea, as good as she is, and then Nikki, unfortunately, have to do this garbage with being almost a superhero, even if it was her choice or not. Still, just no, I don't know why I'm still talking about it, or even still looking at the screen watching it when Monday Night Football is back on, but I'll digress. We'll continue a recap from yesterday here in a second during the next commercial break, so stay tuned. But once again, thank you for tuning in and watching my live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube of Monday Night Football and Monday Night Raw. Packers on the kickoff return. Got a good return flag on the play, though. Going to be coming back for a hold or an illegal block in the back, I'd say. So depending on the foul, and then depending on where it happened, probably be half the distance, I bet. First down, Green Bay to begin the second half.
2 flags on the play.
Now we have 2 flags on the play. We'll see if there's actually 2 fouls and if they'll offset or not. 2 fouls, both on the return. Holding on the Packers, that's declined. And then a hold on the Packers as well. They'll take the one closer to the line of scrimmage. That'll be tacked on half the distance to the end of the run. First down, Packers. Okay. Yeah, this Packer defense, what I just tell you, it's going to turn into more of a problem than the offense is right now if they can't get it rolling. So we'll see what they do here on offense. Just as both teams started the game with opening drive touchdowns, we'll see if they can both begin the second half with opening drive touchdowns as well. Rodgers, 1st and 10 from the 13, going to hand off for 3 yards to Aaron Jones. 2nd down and 7 here.
So we talk all this stuff about the Packers after halftime. Let's give some credit to this Detroit Lions defense and Aaron Glenn and what they've done. They came in with 2 rookie corners that were starting against Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, and they've given up 3 catches, and they've held Aaron Rodgers under 100 yards passing.
2nd and 7.
Rodgers empty set, complete to Jones. It's Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones show right now for Green Bay. Adams has a couple catches, and even Robert Tonyan as well at tight end, but this Packer offense tonight, it's running with Aaron Jones, it's Rodgers throwing to Aaron Jones, especially for those 2 touchdowns. So we'll see who else can potentially step up. Rodgers gonna hand off again. Aaron Jones up the gut. Hey, keep running play after play after play until they stop it. Why not? If they can't stop the run, just continue to run it. And then you want to beat them deep.
And it was here in Green Bay for 8 or 9 years. I saw him down on the field before the game, and he was excited about some of these young guys. He says, yeah, they haven't played a whole lot, but they have talent. Orwari, Melon Fondu, Igwe Wike. I mean, some of these guys have talent, they have size, and they have affected this passing game for the Packers, much like the Saints did in a similar scheme last week.
2nd and short, Rodgers looking to throw. Rodgers going to go down on the sack back at the 23-yard line. His 2nd sack of the night. As another former Ram that the Lions acquired this past offseason, on Michael Brockers, just gets past the offensive line and takes down Rodgers in the backfield for his 2nd sack of the night. Lions ain't going away easy. Not quiet either. 3rd and long. Stepping up, Rodgers going to go deep near side. Has a man, Devontae Adams. Nice pass. 1st down, Packers. Right on the fucking money. Show me the money, Aaron Rodgers. 12-17 for a huge 1st down. I believe that's the longest play by either team here tonight so far. Near side, right on the sideline, right in the breadbasket. And then he stepped out. 1st down for the Packers. Now got an injured line defender. So they'll take a break. I believe Rodgers is fixing his belt, as he got drilled once he got rid of that. But still right on the dot. And giving Devontae Adams another catch and more receiving yards to his season. I believe, like I said, longest play of the night by either team.
It's the Bay, where it's ridiculous. So I got some roommates. But
And
this isn't what I said. I say either. I say either.
we'll have a first down following injury timeout. So if
Eddie said my life wouldn't be in danger. But Venom has zero chill. All the lessons he
what the hell is this?
third time this week, dude. Venom, Leopard Carnage. Exclusively in movie theaters, October 1st.
Hey, I can tell you're a fan. Lucky for you, nothing keeps you connected like AT&T 5G. 5G, huh? Is that fast? Oh yeah, it's fast. And is it reliable? Definitely is.
Women's tag team match.
Oh yeah, it's secure.
The title's underway.
How many of those you got?
Natalia tags in. It's Natalia and Tamina.
Whatever this is.
Rhea and Nikki.
It's not complicated.
I mean, Raw hasn't been half bad. It really hasn't. I wouldn't say it's right now better than last week yet. Thing is, it probably still won't be come the end of it because we're not getting a Money in the Bank cash in to become champion by anybody because the Money in the Bank's done for until next year now. We'll see if they continue the Big E Lashley feud tonight by any means or not. If we're going to hold off, but of course we have that 6-man tag team match kick off the show. But Monday night football theme, taking a look back, I should say, to a few former Packer Lion thrillers. Like I said, recently at least, these two teams, they've played some close-knit, hard-fought football games and come down to the wire. They have. And Aaron Rodgers just passed John Elway, 10th all-time NFL passing yard record, which that's a little hard to believe, but Rodgers has been playing for how long, and the game has changed so much since Elway played. So quarterback-driven league, it's more pass than it is run anymore all the time. You still got to be able to run the football, though. Have to be able to run the football. I don't care who the hell you are, how good of a player you are, what team you play for, division, conference, all that. You have to be able to run the football, especially in the second half. Trips top of your screen, Rodgers under center, once again looking to throw. Pump fake and a tuck it and run. Dives head first for a pickup of 1. Third down. So 3rd and 9. Rodgers just shaking his head. Good defense, good coverage by Detroit. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, they're... As did Nikki and Rhea just win the tag team titles? They did. Holy shit. Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross, Nikki ASH, almost superhero, are your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, defeating Natalia and Tamina tonight on Raw. I think that happened. Rodgers over the middle, complete touchdown to Tunyon. Third passing touchdown of the night for Rodgers. First to a receiver, the other two to his running back, as it starts to rain. So weather is starting to play a factor maybe if it keeps up, but I said earlier, keep an eye out for that wind. And like I said earlier too, they waited till the second half, but hey, and he would have had Lazard open over the middle too. But go to Big Bob Tunyon down the middle and throw him another passing touchdown. He did just that. And the Packers take their first lead of the night. Lions are going to get it back for the first time since the end of that first half. Of course, taking a 3-point halftime lead, 17-14. But another 5-minute drive to open the second half for the Packers here, and they take their first lead at 21-17. So, right on the money again for Rodgers. I mean, you can't ask much more from Aaron Rodgers on that drive. You can't. Got sacked, of course, but then got right back up. Dime to Adams. Of course, the injury timeout. Passed Elway in the process of that last pass, and then also run or so in the middle, and then Tunyon down the middle for a touchdown. So 21-17 is your score. But yesterday, as mentioned once again in the National Football League, as the Raiders defeated the Steelers 26-17, the Bears also defeated the Bengals 20-17. Browns 31-21 over the Texans. Rams, as mentioned, defeated the Colts 27-24. Bills shut out the Dolphins on the road 35-0. Patriots 25-6 over the Jets. 49ers 17-11 in their second road game of the season here to close out week 2, defeating the Eagles. Panthers 26-7 over New Orleans. Denver 23-13 over Jacksonville. The Vikings missed a potential game-winning field goal at the end of the game to end up losing to the Cardinals on the road 34-33. Bucks almost put up 50. 48-25 winners at home over the Falcons. 20-17 Cowboys defeated the Chargers. And then in overtime, the Titans won also on a game-winning field goal, defeating the Seahawks 33-30. Last night on Sunday Night Football, the Ravens defeated the Chiefs 36-35. We'll get to week 3 momentarily, so stay tuned. From the 25, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Quarterback draw for Jared Goff. And he's going to get almost 20 yards on the keeper. First down, Detroit. Goff, play action, looking to throw, complete to Jamal Williams. And Williams gets to the... Gets out past midfield, actually. 8 yards on the reception, second down and short. Under 10 to play here in this third quarter. I did say, like I said, okay, we'll have on... in the first and fourth quarter, the normal broadcast, and then the second and third here, the Peyton and Eli. We still have both on plus Raw. Now we're getting a triple threat match as our main event on Raw with Big E, Bobby Lashley, and Roman Reigns. Why not the Demon Finn Balor and make it a fatal 4-way coming up for Stream Rules on Sunday? But Alexa's Playground in the meantime with Alexa Bliss in the ring, actually, and then Charlotte Flair will come visit. Third down for Detroit. Goff once again looking to throw. Over the middle, caught by Hawkinson on a slant. First down, Lions. This might be a new Lions team that nobody's seen since the last time they won a playoff game. Like, that's how good they look tonight. From the 34, first and 10, after a big third down conversion. Goff once again looking to throw, going to go deep end zone, and it's going to be incomplete, almost picked off, going out of bounds. Second and 10. But, as I was saying, while streaming, while watching a football game, I got to be watching the football game. You know, because myself, of course, yes, like in the interviews, like to listen to those. Even, yes, I can multitask, but even with wrestling on as well, a little too much to be asking for, especially while trying to call the game in the meantime. So, when I'm not streaming for Monday Night Football or Monday Night Raw during the fall here, during football season, I'll be watching Peyton Eli, no doubt. Plus, watching the highlights afterwards, but not, got a whistle, and then a late snap, but a timeout. Detroit are going to call their first timeout, it looks like. 7:27 to play in the third quarter. This play clock was winding down. Rather than take the leg game, Dan Campbell calls timeout. Second and 10. Following that incompletion, that was almost picked off. But yeah, I got to have the normal broadcast. Got to be watching it like that. Continue to watch Raw as well. And then still have both on mute though, but still have the Peyton Eli broadcast on, but we'll check out the highlights afterwards. See if there's anything good, if not better than last week. From the 34, second and 10. Goff going to hand off. And DeAndre Swift, 3 yards for him. Third down.
See, Joe Barry's making a little bit of an adjustment now. He's having Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith get blows on the sideline on first and second down, and he's saving them for the third down pass rush. And right there, that last second down, they were both on the sideline, and now he runs them out. Hopefully, thinking that they're fresh enough to get some pressure.
Goff in the gun, trips near side, gets rushed, gets rid of it though. 7, needed 8 though on the reception for a first down. He's going to be short. It'll be 4th and 1. We'll see if they go for it or kick a field goal. He's going to go for it. Good decision. Just try to keep it moving. I mean, there's still a lot of time left, so even if you don't get it, the way you played on defense, hold them, get the ball back. Okay, if you kick it though, you don't be down 1 compared to the 4, but it still should all work itself out anyway. So 4th and 1, you're hoping it will. I'll say that. So Goff, incomplete near side, good coverage, no penalty flag. Refs have died down this second half. Really no penalties compared to how it was in the first half. Incomplete, and the Packers hold. Turnover on downs by the Lions. Green Bay football, 1st and 10 when we come back. This Raw tonight for WWE, as Alexa Bliss gives a smooch to Charlotte. There's the Lily doll on the swing. There's the new Charlotte doll that Alexa gifted her last week as well that she threw in the trash. Got a slide and a rocking horse. I'm sure all those things had to be hammered down into the ring to stay put, but it's the first time in quite a while we've had Alexa's Playground with an audience. Well, actually, one out in the ring, but then I feel like this is the first time with an audience since they've been back on the road. Because they did it a lot in the Thunderdome with the virtual crowd. They faced Sunday for the Raw Women's title. But I feel, as I was saying, of course, the two women's segments, this being one of them, and then also the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match that saw new champions crowned, and Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross, Nikki ASH defeating Natalya and Tamina. We also had a few other women's segments tonight as well, so I'm not saying women heavy, but at the same time, I'd say yes. I mean, Raw, even last week, was a little women heavy as well, but tonight it feels even heavier because you had a Doudrop, of course, Piper Niven match with Eva Marie rematch from last week, and then they finally broke up Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and they had a singles match tonight as well. So, of course, they had the six-man tag kick off the show, and then now we know where our main event is. Even after a singles match with Orton and Styles earlier tonight too, which arguably is the best match of the night. Best match on Raw I've seen in quite a while. But it'll be a triple threat. I don't get why no Fatal 4-Way, because it has Big E and Bobby Lashley. Okay? They'll be in a feud for the WWE Championship following the Money in the Bank cash-in last week. And then Roman Reigns will be on Raw tonight with the Bloodline from the six-man earlier that Lashley interfered with. Pass a little too far for Marquez Valdez, Scantling number 83, incomplete. And second down for the Packers, but with all that taking place earlier and with Extreme Rules on Sunday, as mentioned, why no Demon Finn Balor? Maybe he'll come out to close out the show for all. I don't know, but that's your main event match now, about an hour or so. Be Big E, Roman Reigns, your WWE Universal Champions, respectively, along with Bobby Lashley, a former WWE champion who just lost last week to Big E in that Money in the Bank cash-in, following his win over Randy Orton, and then a singles match on the cash-in, and then Big E's your champ. So, draft coming up shortly as well. Pay-per-view, though, to come first, following NXT and SmackDown to close out the week. Rogers over the middle, complete. There's a flag on the play, though. That was to 18, Randall Cobb. So, going to have an offside, it looks like, on the Lion defense. Nice heart count there by A-Rod. See if they can get a discount. They do. They actually had 12 men on defense. And it's going to be declined because of the first down completion. So still first down for the Packers.
And Aaron Rodgers has a little huddle, and as soon as he sees that substitution coming right there, 27 going, watch how fast he gets on line of scrimmage. Snaps it. You don't see quarterbacks.
No, you don't.
Do that very often. It's something that Aaron Rodgers
From the 35 out of the eye.
to the stratosphere. It's really cool to watch.
Hand off. Aaron Jones is coming back, though, for a hold. There's a penalty flag in the backfield. 10 yards, they'll replay the down. Charlotte with a big boot to Alexa Bliss. Alexa going to win the title on Sunday? In her hometown of Columbus, Ohio? Probably not, because here she comes, gets on the back of Charlotte. Gonna take her down. Stand tall. No, Charlotte throws her down again. She's gonna grab her Charlotte doll. That is just a lily doll with blonde hair. And she's gonna rip it in half. Actually, yeah. Pulls the head off. And then throws it down on Alexa. So Charlotte still does stand tall. That's a bit of a surprise, but really, even as we have a few penalty flags come in for a defense pass interference on the Lions, Alexa's still fighting, but even anymore, you stand tall, it really doesn't matter. Whoever they are going to end up having win is going to win anyway. Okay, there's Alexa taking her out. So Alexa does stand tall. She's going to lose. Charlotte's going to retain on Sunday. And the other thing, too, is they're in Columbus, of course, her hometown, in Ohio, where Shermill's going to be at on Sunday at one of the few arenas they have in the city, that the WWE, you know, given the wrestlers, the superstars, whatever the hell you want to call them, the welcome home package, in which, you know, they always have them lose in their respective hometown or close to where they're from, just for the hell of it, you know, to play a joke on them, fuck with them a little bit. Give him a rib from midfield. Rogers gonna dump it off, and it's gonna be picked off and then dropped incomplete. Intended for Davante Adams. Second down. Now we got Operation 24/7 backstage with the net plus Reggie equals 24/7 champ. We got Drew Gulak, R-Truth, Rockstar Spud, and Akira Tozawa. Of course, Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud. So we'll see what happens with the 24/7 championship. But Davante Adams having a quiet night. There's a few catches for a few yards, but not in the end zone just yet. And of course, this 24/7 plan that they had penciled out backfires, and Reggie's escaping. So he'll continue to stay 24/7 champion. Pass near side caught by Randall Cobb, his second of the night, second on this drive to keep the sticks moving. Big third down pickup there for Rodgers in the pack. First down, Green Bay.
They still have plays called and everybody knows what to do. The communication is there. Listen, I give a lot of credit to Josh Myers, the rookie center, because he's the one that has to make the calls up front. He has to be ready to snap the ball to Aaron whenever Aaron wants it. And for a rookie to do that, come in, big shoot.
21-17 is your score with Austin 3:16 to play. Rodgers pass complete. Davante Adams gets to the 32. Be second in about 4. They tell us, hey, we can cash our vote for The Miz, who is on Dancing with the Stars. Mike The Miz Mizanin is on Dancing with the Stars right now. And now here comes Jeff Hardy. He's going to be taking on Sheamus, coming up next on hashtag WWE Raw. From the 33 officially. Same formation, just to the near side. Rodgers looking to throw out of the gun. Deep down the middle has a man, the 15, that's Adams. He gets down to the 11, first down, Packers. Good decision by Rodgers. He was getting pressured. Sort of just lobbed it up there, but Adams got behind the defender and came down with it. if he would have had a nice clean pocket, everything else goes the way it did on that play, he would have had a man, I believe it was Aaron Jones, wide open down the far sideline on a wheel route, and he would have walked in for a touchdown. Handoff to Jones. Flag on the play. 2-yard run. We'll see what the penalty is. Minute 41 to play in this third quarter. Hell, like I said, this Monday night game might be over by the time Raw gets done. Another 40 minutes or so. Which is going to be hard to believe. Yeah, we got a holding on Green Bay. 10 yards, they'll replay it down. This has to be one of the fastest NFL games I've seen in quite some time. Hell, it might go down as one of the fastest Monday night games or even NFL games of all time in history once it's all said and done. If it keeps up, because we're 2 hours into this and we're already done with the third quarter. Rodgers, another penalty flag, gonna tuck it and run near side. We'll see what that flag's for. But, you know, I get, okay, NFL games normally 3 hours, 15 minutes, maybe 3.5. But this final minute in the third quarter and a full fourth quarter is not going to take an hour. Not unless they space out the commercials and start as they're doing now, start to throw penalty flags on every play to slow it down a little bit. Got another holding, this time though on the Lion defense. And it's going to be added to the end of the Rodgers run. It'll be, we'll see what the down distance is.
Just hooks that arm and it gets called. There's no question they're in the red zone. They're attacking the middle.
First down. And 10 from the 11. Rodgers is going to hand off again to Jones. All about the Joneses tonight on this Packer offense. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. No gain on the play, though. Should do it for the third quarter. Should be the final play. Second down and 10. Adams in motion. Rodgers is going to dump it off to Aaron Jones again, and he's going to walk into the end zone for the third time tonight on the receiving end from Aaron Rodgers for now an 11-yard touchdown reception back up into the stands for second Lambeau leap of the evening as the Packers extend their lead now to 10, 27-17 over the Detroit Lions. Rodgers with 4 passing touchdowns. That'll shut him up. 3 to Aaron Jones, the other to Tunyon down the middle also in this third quarter as the Packers have shut out the Detroit Lions here in this first 15 minutes of the second half as they extend their lead now to 11. It's 28-17. Still 7 seconds to play in this third quarter, but Lions not going to do anything to close it out once they get it back following this commercial break anyway. So 28-17 is your score. And this is the Aaron Rodgers and Packers team that we're used to seeing. Unless, of course, if they're getting blown out like they do sometimes. But on Raw, Sheamus and Jeff Hardy with Damian Priest on commentary. They face Sunday for the U.S. title at Extreme Rules. But, yeah, we'll we'll see what Detroit can do on the opposite end of this to try to get back into it. I mean, both Swift and I'd say more so Williams in his first game back against his former team, they're able to run the football. Both teams are. Jones is doing more out of the backfield for the Packers tonight, though. But still, they're on the football though too. It's still what defense is going to bend but doesn't break. It's Green Bay holding down the fort now on defense, and of course at home, Crab can get more into it now, especially with the lead. Only the fourth quarter to play, and then that'll do it. So Goff hasn't looked bad. Neither offense has looked bad. It's just now who's going to make more stops on defense. What defense is going to bend doesn't break again. So close first half, back and forth. But in this third quarter, the Lions get shut out. And we'll be heading to the fourth here momentarily. And it'll be Lion football down 11. Either team's largest deficit of the night as well. It's 28-17 as the Packers lead following another Aaron Rodgers touchdown here tonight on Monday Night Football. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching my live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube of Monday Night Football and Monday Night Raw. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Hopefully we come back in next weekend as well for more watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube with college football, the NFL, and professional wrestling. Touchback on the kickoff. They'll have to snap at least once. They got 7 seconds as the rain starts to come down a little heavier now. So, especially with the running game, we'll see how much that plays into a factor. But then, especially Rodgers playing in the weather more than Goff is. See if either quarterback starts to make a few mistakes or not. And hey, there's a fumbled snap. The Packers have it. And that's going to end the third quarter now. They're going to snap it now once. So trouble with the snap. And because the ball is slippy. Ball's wet. Goff used to playing in LA. Now he's in Detroit. Of course, they're not in Ford Field tonight inside, but on the road in Lambeau, it's the Green Bay Packers, and the rain's starting to come down. So just it was a good snap. That's on Goff. It hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it. And then it was kicked, I think, and then the Packers recovered it. So it's Packer football again. Now going to try to extend their lead and hold on to win. If they score again, this game's over. But at the same time, in the fourth quarter last week, the Lions were down by a lot at home against the 49ers, and they almost came back and won. So, yeah, it's not over until it's over. We'll see what Rodgers and the Packer offense does here. They got 4 seconds to run a play. They're going to hand off Aaron Jones. He gets 3, maybe 4 yards. So, or excuse me, that was A.J. Dillon to close out the third quarter. We're 28, not 33. And we'll have 15 minutes to play now. But turnover, shutout in the third by Green Bay. The Lions were. Packer football. They got an 11-point, 28-17 lead right now. Crowd's starting to get more into it. We are in Wisconsin at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth quarter, so why not jump around? But it's not the Wisconsin Badgers in college football. This is the NFL. They'll be banging more drums after, I'd assume, another upcoming Packer touchdown shortly. But it's not over, but it's getting there. And it's looking more like a Packer win now than what it was a little bit ago. As they just shut him out in the third, and now they're back out on offense. So we'll see what gives in this fourth quarter, but only 15 minutes left, as this game has absolutely flown by, I've thought. We'll have, as mentioned earlier, Week 3 kickoff in the NFL this upcoming Thursday. The Panthers and Texans will meet in Houston Thursday night on the NFL Network. Next Sunday, it'll be Bengals, Steelers, Washington football team, of course Redskins, whatever the hell their name's going to be next year. Going to upstate Western New York to take on the Bills. Bears, Browns, Ravens, Lions. So I'm sure Baltimore along with San Francisco are both watching this game right now. The Colts go to Nashville. Probably going to be without Carson Wentz as well, with another injury suffered against the Rams of all teams. But that'll be a good AFC South matchup on Sunday. Out in the AFC West, the Chargers and Chiefs. An under the radar, low key, good matchup. Of course, still Breeze and Brady be even bigger, but it's now Jameis Winston and Mac Jones. It's the Saints and Patriots. 1 o'clock on Sunday from Foxborough. Falcons at Giants, Cardinals at Jaguars, Jets, Broncos, and both of those back-to-back games I just named off. The Cards and Broncos are probably going to both be 3-0 after next week. The Jags and Jets falling to 0-3. Dolphins, Raiders, maybe without Tua for Miami, maybe not. We'll see. He's day-to-day right now, so I've heard. Seahawks, Vikings, and then Sunday Night Football is Packers, 49ers, but the game of the week next Sunday is the Buccaneers and Rams from Southern California, and then next Monday night is the Eagles and Cowboys from the Big D. Pass complete, Robert Tonyan inside the 10, first and goal, Packers. As the rain continues to fall, another simple tight end screen that they ran earlier. So they come back to it, and it works out 2 for 2 for them tonight. Just especially with the rain now starting to come down. Keep it simple, but simplify it from there even more if you can. Less is more sometimes. Trips near side. Rodgers out of the gun. With Adams in the slot, he gets the pass. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Second down. This Sheamus Jeff Hardy match still going on Raw. Then the main event to follow, a triple threat Big E, Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns matchup to close out the night, with potentially the Demon Finn Balor making an appearance. Only time will tell, with Extreme Rules on Sunday. Second down and goal from the 9. Lewis in motion. Rodgers going to hand off. Aaron Jones gets to the 5. Third and goal from there. It is really raining now. It's really coming down. Really hasn't affected the Packers yet. It did hurt the Lions because the Packers are trying to capitalize off of the fumble. Trying to get Detroit to jump off sides in the process. 2 hard counts not working. Third one, he gets the snap. Over the middle slant. 10 for Adams, incomplete. Penalty flag comes in as well. We'll have a defensive pass interference. It's right at the goal line, so we'll see if it's going to be a spot foul or half the distance. Ball will probably be spotted at the 1-yard line, I bet. Pass interference on Amani Oriowari, the former Nittany Lion. Ball going to be put at the 1, first and goal for Green Bay. He's had a few penalty calls against them tonight. Post-match, following Jeff Hardy's win against Sheamus and Damian Priest before Sunday for the U.S. title are now brawling ringside on Raw. Rodgers first and goal from the 1. Going to hand off Jones, and Aaron Jones back into the end zone. Once again, another touchdown for the Packers. (34-17), a 1-yard rushing touchdown. And Jones looks to be holding his leg. Tell me he's injured. He's sort of limping. He's jogging off. He's all right. His 4th touchdown of the night. Has 3 receiving touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers. Just got the give from A-Rod 12 on that for a 1-yard rushing touchdown as well. So, just as Rodgers has 4 passing touchdowns, Aaron Jones has 4 total touchdowns. 3 Rodgers passing to Jones, and then Rodgers with a passing touchdown to Tunyon as well, and then the other touchdown, that rushing touchdown score right there from Aaron Jones to extend the Packer lead now 35-17 over the Detroit Lions with 12 minutes and some change to play. Coming up next on Raw, as we see NXT 2.0 is NXT 2.0. NXT is dead and buried in my eyes. Commercial for tomorrow night. We'll have the main event triple threat match coming up next with Big E, Bobby Lashley, and the Universal Champion, who we should all acknowledge, the big dog, Tribal Chief, who sits at the head of the table with the Bloodline to his side. As to kick off Raw tonight, it was the New Day and the Bloodline. Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods taking on Roman Reigns and the Usos on Raw. Had, of course, a little interference from Lashley. No clear winner. Now a triple threat main event match with 2 of the main event champions in the WWE in Big E, who's now on Raw following his cash in on Lashley. This time last Monday night, close the show to become WWE champ. It's Lashley going to be involved in this triple threat. Just probably to take the pin, I bet, unless Balor comes out, unless it ends a different way. On top of that as well, with a disqualification of some sorts, with the New Day and the Usos potentially coming out as well. Of course, to save Big E and Reigns at that point. Our triple threat main event match is coming up next. It's Big E, Bobby Lashley, and Roman Reigns to close out Raw. Non-title match. It's not like they're unifying the championships. If they were, Roman Reigns would be winning, no doubt about it. And then he'd be on Raw and SmackDown every week, I would think. But that's Raw. Back to football. Monday Night Football to be exact. Go Pack Go. They lead 35-17 against visiting Detroit Lions. Kickoff, Lions on the return out past the 20, down to the 23. With over 1st and 10 from there, and now this game, seems to be over with. It does. It not sort of necessarily turned into a blowout. Just the Packers are playing better in the second half than the Lions are. Good first half. Lions, of course, shut out in third quarter. Fumble to close it out as well. Packers just capitalized on that here early fourth. Another Aaron Jones touchdown. They're trying to keep up with Joneses tonight, and they can't. And no wonder they trailed by 18. Tight end screen to Hawkinson. He's going to get 3 yards before being brought down once again by Adrian Amos. Second down and 7 for the Lions. If you have Aaron Jones in fantasy football, you're welcome. 23 touches. This is all purpose. 23 touches, $113, and 4 total touchdowns. from the 25. Goff over the middle. It's caught by Hawkinson again at the 30. We'll see where they spot him down at, if they give him forward progress or not. It'll be third down and short.
Speaking of exercise, I don't want to give away the location of our secret hotel, but let's just say it's close to the stadium, and you guys had chauffeured limousines separately to practice the other day.
Yeah, how about you? How about you giving us grief for taking the ride?
Come on, man. Yeah, exactly.
Defense chance from the crowd. Third down and 3. As here comes the big dog, Tribal Chief, who sits at the head of the table, who we should all acknowledge, our WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. First down for Detroit. Keep the drive alive. Surprised as well as they've been on offense, especially in running game, they haven't punched it in with a rushing touchdown. Or one of the two backs catching it out of the backfield like Aaron Jones and getting in for 6. Delay a game. Yep. Delay game on Lions, 5 yards, replay first down, first 15. Shoot themselves in the foot. They already called a timeout for not taking a delay game earlier. Of course, don't want to take one there because you only have 2 left. Would only have 1 left if you would have took another timeout. But yeah, Lions played well tonight. They just, of course, second half, quit playing and got beat. Goff looking to throw. Caught by Williams. Williams for about 6. Be second down. Lashley by himself now. No more hurt business, of course. Now even no more MVP because of an injury. So Lashley going to be by himself for the next little bit. And he's not going to be winning the WWE Championship back either anytime soon either. A little bit of a surprise that Reigns came out first, but it is Raw, so Big E's going to come out last. I think that's the first time Reigns has come out first for a match, whether it's on TV or at a pay-per-view, in a good year. Segment-wise, okay, but for a match, that's been unheard of. It has. Under 10 minutes to play. Third down from the 40. Need the 43. Third and 3. Goff fumbles. Once again, recovers though back at the 30. Loss of 10, so it'll be 4th and 13. He's having trouble holding on to the football in the second half. Had trouble with the snap. Tried pump faking on that, and the ball just came free. He lost grip of it. Dropped it, luckily recovered, and now they're going to have to punt. So Green Bay's getting the football back. They lead by 18. We'll see, of course, 9 minutes to play. Yeah, Raw 8:38 actually to play now, I'm counting. But we'll see how much longer Rodgers is going to be in for. I'd assume he's going to be in and take the final snaps. Quarterback kneeling down and all that too. And I feel like he wants to get Devontae Adams the ball a little bit more and get him a touchdown, because they've been looking to him all game. Hell, he almost has 100 yards receiving if he hasn't already passed it. But he hasn't got him in the end zone yet. But here we are in the fourth quarter with about 8 minutes to play.
That's right, but what if I'm already a customer? No problem. Hey, Cam.
It'll be first and 10 Green Bay Packers when we come back with a 35-17 lead.
But what about for existing?
Is he okay? It's not complicated. With AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on every smartphone.
Commercial break on Raw. I have a feeling either the Usos or the rest of the New Day are going to come out and interfere. We'll just have a big brawl to close it out. But even on top of that, the lights go out. Demon Finn Balor. Unless they're saving that for SmackDown on Friday for Reigns. Of course, hyping up Extreme Rules in for Sunday. Could do both. So I said, okay, triple threat for the main event, but then where's Balor? Because it's Big E and Lashley in a feud right now for the WWE title. And then it's Reigns and Finn Balor, Demon Persona returning for the first time in quite a while. Also in a feud right now for the Universal title, with our match taking place on Sunday at Extreme Rules. So, of course, like I said, have it end like that. Have all hell break loose, and then even do it on Friday Night SmackDown this week too, or if they just want to hold off and wait and do it then, okay. And then the pay-per-view Sunday, so be sure to tune back in for more live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. Then, for college football, the NFL, and professional wrestling, I have to press the subscribe button down below, the notification bell next to it as well to get notified when a new video is published, or if I am in fact live right now. So I am on YouTube, but just be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. The links in the description below for social media. Now we got some Monday Night Football trivia for Aaron Rodgers and Jeopardy. We got Burt Reynolds, Cheese, S-words, the NFL, and didn't catch the last category. The only quarterback with a better Monday Night Football record at a single venue on Monday Night Football other than Lambeau Field with an 8-1 record as a starter is who? I believe I read that right. And I don't think they're going to give us the answer. They might. But that's like the Affleck trivia question. Of course, they're just doing that for Monday Night tonight. The only quarterback with a better Monday Night Football record at a single venue than Aaron Rodgers' 8-1 record at Lambeau, who is Steve Young, who is 9-1 at Candlestick. Okay. Yeah. Passed away last week. Nice ode to Norm. Aaron Jones taking a stab at the Lion defense. Picks up 8. If you can add all that up and have it make sense with what they just did, of course, with Aaron Rodgers and Jeopardy, and then throwing, because of the recent passing of Norm Macdonald and Burt Reynolds on Celebrity Jeopardy, and then, taking a stab at the defense, just like one of his 6:52 to play. Rodgers going to fake the give. That's a hold. Rodgers motion is receiver to go. Pass complete. That's A.J. Dillon. First down for Green Bay. Nice catch by him, but one of his old jokes to somebody who took a few stabs in his past. It'll all add up, make sense then for you. So, 6:30 and counting. They're just going to drain this clock. This game's going to be over before Raw gets over with, which I didn't think that'd be happening tonight. They might end right at the same time. But this game, I think, is going to be over first. Quick bubble screen complete. Alex Lazard, no gain on the play. Second down. Rain continues to fall. Not as bad as it was just a little bit ago, but second down. Got shut out in the second half. Shut out 21-0 in the second half. It's 35-17. Scantling in motion. 3 seconds, 2, 1. He gets a snap off. Rogers going to hand off. Dillon again. No gain. 2nd and long. Make it 3rd and long. Bobby Lashley in full control of Big E and Roman Reigns on Raw. They'll take another commercial break here before it gets over with. And hell, this game, like I said, might be over with before that. Third down. Empty set, 5 wide. Timeout, Rodgers and the Packers. He wanted the football on that last one. He didn't get it. Trying to draw him off sides, and Detroit's not jumping. He caught him with 12 men on defense earlier, but they're not jumping on hard counts. But timeout, Packers. 4 minutes and whatever it is to play. Under 5. And it's going to be a Packer win, 35-17. At least that's what the score is now. We'll see if either team can add a few more points to their total right now or not to close it out. But Reigns now fighting back against Lashley. Have they ever fought before? Like, seriously, like in a good feud? Like that went, for a little bit, rather than just an off match on a Raw or SmackDown for a night or so? I don't think so. I don't. Could be wrong though, I don't know. If so, it's been a forever, because of course Lashley's been on Raw the past year and a half, and Reigns has been on SmackDown the past year, and he's been champion, so. I mean, a good main event match, triple threat. Here comes Big E to vertical superplex powerbomb all of them off the top, and down goes Big E, Roman Reigns, and Bobby Lashley. And a commercial break. And we'll come back and see the closing to Raw with the final few minutes of Monday Night Football here tonight as well. So once again, thank you for tuning in and watch my live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. We'll have some final stats and scores momentarily once this game does in fact go final. Be sure to tune back in next weekend for more live watch-along reactions on college football, the NFL, and professional wrestling. On Saturday with the college football Villanova Penn State. Next Sunday in the NFL with Bengals and Steelers, with Sunday Night Football side by side with WWE Extreme Rules, and then also next Monday night as well with, of course, Monday Night Football, Eagles, Cowboys, and Monday Night Raw. Rodgers having a hell of a night compared to how he played last week. It's like 2 different quarterbacks played. It's like last week was his first ever game he played in his football career at any level, and then tonight it's like he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Pump fake, going to go down on a sack for the 3rd time that night, back at the 35-yard line. 4th down, and the Lions are going to get the football back. But they haven't been able to do anything on offense the whole entire game anyway, so.
Need him on 3rd down, trying to work him in, because they can't just have Aaron Jones out there because Jamal Williams is no longer with the team, and an opportunity for him to step in there. That's tough. As tough as it gets, especially with a big man like David Collins coming through the A-gap.
Haven't seen Corey Bohorquez too much tonight. He had the longest punt of last season, 72 yards, and the shortest punt of last season, 12. His second punt of the night is
From the 9 on the punt return, out to the 20. 1st and 10, Lions from there. 3:56 to play. So now they are taking their time. They're taking a few more commercial breaks here, letting this play out, trying to keep people, you know, into the game, especially with the score now. Yeah. 35-17, Lions getting the ball back. So, we'll see how the game closes out. It's going to be a Packer win, but see what the final score is. Along with what the hell is going to happen here with this triple threat main event match on Monday Night Raw. It all starts now. Commercials are starting to get good again. There are a few good ones out there right now. It's like this every couple years, it seems like anymore. Week 3 will start on Thursday. Next Monday night, though, Monday Night Football, Eagles, Cowboys. One of the best rivalries in the NFL. 1st and 10 Lions, though, from the 19. Goff looking to throw. That's a hold. Pass near side. Caught. And then dropped. Incomplete by Cephas, who had the opening touchdown tonight. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Big E, Lashley, Roman Reigns still going strong. Got a few more minutes left, coming back from their final commercial break just a minute ago as well. Hashtag WWE Raw and share on social media. Paul Heyman ringside. Lashley should be taking the pin if anybody's taking the pin. But I feel like, once again, the Usos or the New Day are coming out, along with Finn Balor. Whether it's Finn Balor or the Demon himself. Raw's going to close one of those 3 ways, if not all. Goff on the quarterback keeper almost gets to the midfield before running out of bounds. 1st down. Rodgers having a few words with him. No, it's not. Even as good as they've run the football, Goss, because of the pressure by the Packer defense here in the second half, because they've been shut out, Goss just had to tuck it and run. And yeah, now he leads the team in rushing. Big E has Lashley and Reigns side by side, laying in the middle of the ring, going to go for a double splash. Pass going to be picked off by the Packers. So another turnover by Goff and the Lion offense. And anything and everything that could have went wrong in the second half for the Lions has in fact gone wrong for the Lions. They've been shut out. We'll see if Green Bay does anything or not, but the Lions aren't going to be scoring any points in the second half. They're going to have the same 17 they had at the half, up 3, and then giving up 21 unanswered for the Packers to come back and win it. So the Packer defense bend, of course, but don't break. They bended the right way in favor of getting a few turnovers and helping this team out, and Rodgers does Aaron Rodgers what he does on offense, and the Packers are going to win. Handoff. They'll just run the ball. Both teams have 2 timeouts. Lions will see when they start calling them, but this game's over. Reigns, Superman punch misses. Big E going to go for a big ending on Roman Reigns. Cover on the big dog. Cover 1, 2, and then Lashley pulls Big E ringside. Pulls him out of the ring, throws him into the barricade. Now the announce table is going to get broke. Lashley going to slam him through that. Reigns going to come from behind, hit a spear on Lashley, I bet, ringside. Or maybe back once he gets into the ring, and then Reigns is going to pin him 1, 2, 3. That'll be the ending. Or they might hit a double spear for all we know and take each other out, and then they're all 3 down, and they got a few more minutes. Lashley spear, Reigns reverses with Superman punch, cover 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. Second down from the 48 for Rodgers in the pack. Handoff. And 6, maybe 7 yards for the rookie Bulldog out of Mississippi State, Kylan Hill. Another timeout, I believe, by the Lions, their 3rd and final. Yes, in fact. 3, 2, 1, as Drew McIntyre would say, who wasn't on Raw tonight. No Drew McIntyre night. 3:21 to play, though, in this 4th and final quarter, and the Packers are going to win. Now the lights are starting to flash. I feel like Balor's coming out. I do, because it's triple threat. Why not have Balor included, especially with you have Big E and Lashley, and then Extreme Rules on Sunday, and the Reigns is defending the title against the Demon himself then. Reigns going to go for a spear. Lashley reverses, hits a spear of his own. Big E with the breakup. Match going to continue. Lashley going to go for the Chris Masters lock on Big E. Big E trying to get out of it. Rodgers deep downfield, incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down. Lock was in. Reigns comes in. Superman punch to Lashley. Reigns gets driven ringside by Big E. Big E off the ropes. Suicide spear dive. Taking out Reigns. Back into the ring they go. Here comes Big E. Big ending on Reigns. Cover. 1, 2, and then Lashley with a steel chair. So that's how the match ends. It is a triple threat match, though, so there's no disqualification. So we move on. Packers with another punt there on 4th down. So I guess Raw is going to end with Lashley just attacking both Big E and Reigns with a steel chair. Reigns might even be back in the back by now. No, he's still in the ring. This match's still going on. He's going to hit him with a spear once Lashley turns around, steel chair and all up in the air after hitting Big E. Yeah, Roman Reigns with a spear. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns from Friday Night SmackDown wins tonight's main event on Monday Night Raw, defeating Big E and pinning Bobby Lashley in a, of course, non-title, non-unification triple threat match with the 2 main event champions, and Big E as the WWE champion, Roman Reigns himself as the Universal champion, and then Bobby Lashley, the former WWE champion who lost last week on Raw to close out the show to Big E via the Money in the Bank cash-in. Extreme Rules on Sunday. It's Reigns and the Demon Finn Balor for the Universal title. We'll see if Finn comes out by any means, close the show here or not. Doesn't look like it. Maybe, though, I don't know. Still got SmackDown on Friday night, though, before they go home for Extreme Rules on Sunday. First down for the Lions from the 21 to 42 to play. Goff over the middle. Got first down. Detroit out past the 40 to the 45. And that's how Raw ends. They fade to black. Roman Reigns from Friday Night SmackDown, the Universal Champion himself, closed it out Raw. Kicked off the show, closed it out just as he does all the time on SmackDown. He is the guy. Roman Reigns is the guy. He's this generation's Hogan, Austin, Rock, and Cena all wrapped up into one. That's Roman Reigns. From the 45. 2:36 to play. Goff on a dump off near side. It's caught. DeAndre Swift gets inside the 40 down to the 38. First down. Goff, far side, incomplete right at the marker. It'll be second down and 10. Two minutes and 8 seconds to play, so Raw does end before Monday Night Football. As always, thought there for a second though this game was going to end before that because of how fast this game's gone. But now second and 10. Goff on another dump off DeAndre Swift. 8 yards, third and short. 2-minute warning, 2 minutes to play. 35-17 Pack. We'll go final stats and scores right now. And then, of course, if we have to add anything else to it, we will. But tonight, currently Goff is 25-33 for 246. 2 passing touchdowns, has an interception along with a fumble. Goff on the ground has 4 carries for 46 rushing yards. Like I said at halftime, you can't get more balanced with Jamal Williams along with DeAndre Swift toting the rock for you in the backfield for the Detroit Lions. But in this second half, they have not done an absolute damn thing, getting shut out 21-0, allowing Green Bay to score 21 unanswered as Swift has 8 carries for 37 yards, and Williams has 7 carries for 25 yards. And then TJ Hawkinson leads the way with 8 catches for 66 receiving yards and a touchdown. Cephas 4 for 63 and a score. Swift does have 4 catches, 41 yards out of the backfield though too. Benson 1 of 24. Raymond 2 of 18. St. Brown 3 of 18. Williams 3 of 12 for a 4 average there, but Green Bay on the flip side, it's been the Aaron Jones show. It really has. Rodgers, just as Jones has 4 total touchdowns, so does Rodgers. A-Rod is 22-27, excuse me, for 255 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. 3 of those passing touchdowns to Aaron Jones. Jones also has a rushing touchdown, so there's your 4 apiece. So yeah, Rodgers 22-27, 255 and 4 scores. The Lions, they're playing 7 years ago, still losing to Green Bay, but Jones on the ground has 17 carries for 67 rushing yards and a touchdown. Also receiving, has 6 catches for 48 yards and 3 touchdowns. So as mentioned, there's your 4 apiece, with Rodgers having 4 touchdowns through the air, and then 4 total touchdowns for Jones, 3 receiving from Rodgers, and then 1 on the ground for him as well. And then Rodgers' other passing touchdown was to Big Bob Robert Tunyon, who has 3 catches for 52 yards. But Green Bay rushing, Jones, 17-67 for a score. A.J. Dillon, 5 of 18. Kylan Hill in the ball game here as of late, 2 carries for 8 yards. Rodgers also has a few carries for 6 yards. And then Green Bay receiving with 2 minutes to play. Detroit over the middle, pass incomplete, intended for DeAndre Swift. Devontae Adams has 8 catches for 121 receiving yards. No touchdown though for him this evening, but did become the first of the receivers tonight to eclipse 100 receiving yards. As Rodgers also passed John Elway, 10th all-time in NFL history for passing yards in respective careers. 4th down for Detroit. They don't convert here. Green Bay's going to take a few kneel downs and finish it off. Timeout Packers. They'll have 1 remaining with 1:55 to play. But also, Adams 8 for 121, Tunyon 3 of 52 and a score. Aaron Jones 6 catches for 48 yards and 3 touchdowns as well. Randall Cobb 3 catches for 26 yards for him tonight. A.J. Dillon 1 of 8, and then of course Mason Crosby good on all extra points, and then Siebert good from 40 plus out on a field goal, as well as at halftime. It was 17-14, the Detroit Lions on the road in Green Bay taking on and defeating the Packers at the half on Monday Night Football. But last I checked, and the last Green Bay Packers checked as well, it's a 60-minute game. It's not over until it's over, until there's triple zeros on the clock. Not at the end of the second quarter, but the end of the fourth quarter. And the Lions here have gotten shut out. They have a 4th and short, 1:55 to play, empty set 5 wide. Goff gonna get rid of it, almost went down on a sack pass in the end zone, incomplete. That'll do it, no penalty flag. Packers ball, 1st down and 10. They'll take a few kneel downs, and that does it. And the Green Bay Packers are going to win by a final score of 35-17 tonight on Monday Night Football to get to 1-1 on the season following a 38-3 loss last week against the Saints, who also got blown out yesterday by the Panthers, so not really much there. But it's still early, you know. Whether it's relax, we're going on a run, or it's still early, like, just calm down, you know, RELAX, and, you know, we'll be all right. Rodgers in the pack trying to go back to the AFC or NFC championship, for that matter, for the 3rd straight year. And those other 2 years that he said calm down, they also went to the NFC championship games those years too. So especially expanded season, 1 more game, like, everybody just needs to calm down. Jordan Love in to take the final kneel down, so he'll have negative rushing yards tonight now. But I guess what the Packers get for doing what they did to Rodgers all off season long. Snap it once more, and that'll do it. And the Green Bay Packers will get to 1-1. Green Bay going to San Francisco next week on Sunday Night Football. The Lions will drop to 0-2. They'll host Baltimore, who is also now 1-1 after defeating the Chiefs last night on Sunday Night Football by 36-35 after losing last Monday night in overtime on the road against the Raiders, who defeated the Steelers. Yesterday on the road, 26-17 from Steel City. Live watch-along reactions next Sunday in the NFL with the Bengals and Steelers, along with Sunday Night Football and WWE Extremes. Hopefully we'll tune in then, along with the day before for college football. But be sure to tune back in next weekend in general for live watch-along reactions, college football, Villanova, Penn State, next Sunday with the Bengals and Steelers, WWE Extreme Rules, Sunday Night Football side-by-side with these Packers, who defeat the Lions tonight on Monday Night Football by a final score now of 35-17. And then they'll be out in San Fran taking on the Niners, who are 2-0. But then also next Monday night, it'll be the Eagles and Cowboys from Jerry's World, AT&T Stadium in the Big D, Arlington, Texas. Thank you for tuning in and watching this evening. My live watch-along reactions of NFL Monday Night Football and WWE Monday Night Raw. Reigns from SmackDown picks up the win on Raw to close out the show. Extreme Rules on Sunday. sure tune in then, but also tonight on Monday Night Football in a very fast-paced game. The Packers come from behind, trailed by 3 at the half, 17-14, shut out the Lions in the second half, and win by a final score of 35-17. So they are going to be rewarded with the Danhausen Little Caesars Pizza with the win, defeating the team from the Motor City in the Detroit Lions once again by a final score of 35-17 to close out Week 2 here tonight on Monday Night Football. So that does it for myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool and Luke 96, live right here on YouTube this evening. Thank you once again for tuning in and watching my live watch-along reactions of Monday Night Football and Monday Night Raw. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, as always, on social media. Links in the description below, and hopefully you'll tune back in now next weekend as well for more live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube with college football, the NFL, and professional wrestling with Villanova, Penn State, the Bengals, and Steelers. WWE Extreme Rules with Sunday Night Football, Packers and 49ers, and next Monday night as well with the Eagles and Cowboys on Monday Night Football again, and WWE Monday Night Raw. But tonight, the Packers come from behind, shut out Detroit in the second half, 21 unanswered. Very good game in the first half, but Detroit shot themselves in the foot. A couple turnovers in the second half as well. Shutout. They lose on the road. They're 0-2. Green Bay now 1-1. They win by a final score of 35-17 to close out Week 2 here tonight in the 2021 season in the National Football League. Week 3 will kick off this Thursday with the Panthers and Texans, but be sure to tune back in now next weekend once again for more live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. Packers win 35-17.